We are many things. We are students. We are gamers. We are movie buffs. But above some of those things, there is one word to describe us. We are nerds. This past weekend, we saw quite a bit of news for nerds. The San Diego Comic-Con 2015 just happened, and we're going to tell you all about the biggest stuff that came out of it. It's going to be a good time, folks, so stick around. My name is Max.
My name is Sean.
And my name is Larry.
Rule Thirds, bringing you the biggest SDCC 2015 news directly to your ears. So, how are you guys doing? I've been around here in a while. How are you guys holding up?
Yeah,
we're
good. We're good. Funny story. I've had a stressful past couple of days because there has been a wasp that has made its home in my very small room. So I've had that to deal with, but it has not appeared in 2 days. So I think it left. So that's good. But if I start swearing and screaming and throwing stuff around, it has come back and has attacked me. So heads up, audience.
So stay tuned on more updates for the Sean Wasp Watch 2015.
Yeah. Are you guys hearing this? The biggest news story to come out of Sean's life is that he is afraid of a wasp.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm afraid of an incredibly aggressive and painful insect that is in very close quarters with me. Yeah, I'm not like gonna get shamed for that. You can come by and
we
kill
all
it,
got
Max.
the things that we fear. There's no shame.
I don't have bee phobia. I have common sense. Those things are aggressive, and those things hurt, and they can sting more than once. It is a myth that
Sean,
they cannot.
it's okay. I don't like wasps either.
Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
God, it's not like it's a thing. I'll own up to things.
Let's calm down
Whales,
now.
man. Whales
I'm
are
gonna let this
scary.
Let's not do this again.
Bees
Larry,
are just a danger.
Hi, Max. Hi.
how are you doing?
I am good. I am prepping my mouse fingers for Prime Day.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I
excited.
heard about that
Ready
because
for
of
Prime
you. Is
Day.
that actually a thing?
If you
Yes.
look on my Twitter feed and see how angry I am that all the good stuff has already been taken, you know what's happening. And
Yeah,
I'm
and for
probably not
those
having a
who
good
don't know, Prime Day is just a big blowout sale that is, quote-unquote, bigger than Black Friday, according to Amazon, exclusively for Amazon Prime users. It's happening on midnight Pacific time, of course, on Wednesday, which is today. So lots of awesome sales are going to be going up, and I'm excited. I'm hoping some of the stuff I've been looking for is slicing off some of the dollar signs.
Meanwhile, some of us find happiness in non-material possessions.
Okay, keep telling me that, Sean.
Oh,
keep telling me that.
would you? Okay. I have been gone for the past 2 weeks.
Secret
from this
internship
podcast.
stuff, yes.
Yeah. See, and I actually cannot tell you because I've signed an NDA. But I listened to the podcast about Terminator Genesis. Good job, guys. Good job.
That was a
I
good
have no
one.
idea where you got. I have no idea where you got the idea that I'm going to be more like bigger than you two, or something like that.
We didn't
You
say
said-
that.
We
never
didn't
said
say that.
That would be me saying something positive about you,
Yeah,
Max. That
Max,
just doesn't happen.
that's just crazy. I don't know where you've been getting that from.
All right, maybe I just heard things, but yeah, I've been up to a lot lately. If I may, just for a second, I went to go see Back to the Future live in concert at the Hollywood Bowl. That was a lot of fun.
Which is why you couldn't come with me to Ant-Man.
Yeah, this is
by
like
the
the
way.
most. This is like the scenario where you hear like a comically rich guy who's like really happy right now. It's like, oh well, I was gonna go to the advanced screening of Ant-Man, but I actually had to go see Back to the Future live in concert at the Hollywood Bowl. So, well, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Fun fact: right as the intermission ended, they played the theme from Back to the Future Part 3, which I really appreciated. Great stuff. Got to see so many people. So much fun. Let's see. I also, speaking of concerts, on Saturday night, I actually went to something that I appreciate. I don't know if you guys will as much, but I went to go see something called Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions, which is basically an event where a really talented symphony orchestra plays music from the Pokemon series of video games, and it was amazing in every way. I cannot even begin to tell you how amazing
Max,
it was.
I'm right there with
You did for 15 tweets.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
look,
amazing.
So it seems like you can begin to tell us, Max.
I mean, it's something that maybe will only affect me
No,
because
dude, don't worry,
love the
Max.
series, but-
I am right there with you. I saw Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses, which is a similar thing.
That must have been awesome.
Except you sit and watch an awesome symphony orchestra play Zelda music, and it was awesome. I love the music of Nintendo games, and to see it performed by an orchestra is unlike anything. So I'm there, man. I got you.
I really do love that Nintendo. I love them a whole lot. And finally, real quick, I watched so many movies in the past few weeks. I watched this one movie called The Last of Us. It was a really long movie, but I really liked it. And sometimes you had to press buttons in order to make the movie keep going instead of skipping.
It came out one of those like interactive DVD fads.
Yeah. It was really difficult sometimes, but it was really good ending. It was a great movie. Totally recommend you watching it. And also maybe pushing the buttons, because that's fun too.
It's funny because I really want the Last of Us movie to happen, like, a lot.
But what would you do with that? I mean, yes, I would want Maisie Williams as
Hugh Jackman,
Ellie.
because those two, just throw them in some field and be like, okay, talk about zombies, and you got your movie.
With Patton Oswalt as
all the zombies.
No, as I think his name is Fred. He's like the guy who's in charge of the town. Like, whatever.
I haven't played it all.
Oh, you haven't played it all? Oh,
Not
man,
all
get
of it.
the PS4 version. It's awesome. But
I have the PS4 version. Don't talk to me like I don't have the PS4 version.
Then you've played it. I literally played it, and then I just started over a new game. Like, is that good?
I've never done that with a game.
Okay. So, when it comes to stuff...
Enough nerdy stuff, Max.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get to the real not nerdy discussion.
Yeah, the not nerdy discussion. San Diego Comic-Con 2015. Now...
Wait a minute, what about community? Community.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Community segment. So somebody tell me, Sean, tell me, what is up with that community?
Well, with that community is, we of course have two comments. I mean, our community is two people commenting, but at least
Jeff
we
Winger
got both of them
comment?
this time.
Did Jeff Winger comment?
Did what?
Never mind. If you understand that reference, you're wonderful. Keep going.
Okay. Whitley says he hasn't seen Terminator Genesis. The reception and trailers turned him off. That's unfortunate because I think it was enjoyable. So I'd say
fun.
it's worth your time.
Fun.
His favorite time travel use, he says, is from The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. He says you simply run really fast, leap into the air, and travel through some trippy dimension to another time period. And then you land face first on the ground like an idiot. It's hilarious. And I think that sounds very funny. So I like that time travel method. I'm going to go try it. Excuse me. You wish.
Have fun,
anyway,
Sean.
Then Seth says he said Jurassic World was fun, so he's not feeling well. Look, no one thinks it was fun.
Yeah.
He's not really feeling it.
And he says his computer broke again, so he won't be doing Fantasy Movie League. Unfortunate. We will miss you, but hopefully you can come back in a few weeks at least, so you can jump on the summer season 3 or something. The next season's starting up in like 4 weeks, so you need to be here for that because we want to keep it a season long competition going.
Heck yeah! But we'll get to Fantasy Movie League at the end of the show. Anyway, so getting onto the top.
He answered the third question.
All right.
The second, do you remember? Anyway,
It was
he said
the
that
third.
He liked the Star Trek reboot. Its way of time travel because it kept the original continuity while making its own. So I agree that was very clever. So I'm on board. That's the end of the community segment. Again, please comment on YouTube or Twitter. I guess, or Facebook. Do we check the Facebook page?
Yes, we check the Facebook page.
Yes, we check the Facebook page, so do that. And community segment. Back to you, Max.
So, it's time to talk about a con. But not just any con, a Comic Con. A Comic Con that is less about comics than comic movies.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because it's still Comic Con. And, the first thing I want to do real quick is just acknowledge the fact that Marvel was not here. So we're not going to be talking about Marvel today outside of its Fox division. We're not going to be talking about Marvel Studios at all. Ant-Man's out in a few days, so we'll be talking about that next week.
Close. I'm excited to see it again.
Yeah, but we will not be addressing Marvel because they weren't there, because, let's be real, they don't need Comic-Con anymore.
Yeah, and think about it. Like, they had the whole event where they announced all of Phase 3. Like, what would they do? They would throw a ton of money and get all their stars to answer fan questions and then maybe unveil, like, Doctor Strange's costume or some...
Have Benedict Cumberbatch walk out as Doctor Strange.
I mean, that would be cool. I don't think it'd be worth their expense. So I don't blame them for skipping.
They're not like Jurassic World. They will spare an expense.
Spare no expense.
And while Yeah, while we're at it, I just want to say I'm very surprised that we didn't see a Star Trek Beyond panel while we're talking about Star Trek.
Yeah, next year I bet we will once it because it just started shooting. So next year they'll have a lot of footage. It'll be wrapped, so they can. We'll see one next year, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but enough about what wasn't there. We got to talk about what was there. And with the Marvel Studios being under the Disney logo, there's another certain franchise that's under the Disney logo right now, getting the star treatment. I'm so good at these segues. Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Yes. Excuse. I'm a purist. Can I insist that we call it Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens? Marketing tries to wipe it away, but I say nay. 'Tis Star Wars Episode 7.
Actually, if you're going to be a purist, the episode titles were not in the original trilogy, so it's more pure to say that
after I was born. It was renamed before I was born. Okay.
I give up. So. Some Force Awakened, all right.
Oh, yes.
It woke pretty bad. It got us all up and talking about it. I mean, Star Wars is one of the most relevant properties out there, and perhaps it will continue to be for as long as we'll all remember. But at San Diego Comic-Con, we got some good stuff, including something that was
great. Yeah, is we didn't get any new footage.
Yeah, we didn't. We got something I think a little bit better.
A little bit better. I think so too, especially because the trailers have been underwhelming as trailers. So I liked this more than any of the trailers.
It was a good panel, and it was especially focusing on a little bit more stuff about the movies being made, and not necessarily the lore or anything like that.
Right.
We got a lot more emphasis on stuff like practical effects, which is awesome.
They've been touting that front and center since the film was announced, but
yes,
here
they
we
have.
saw it. Like we got to see the Millennium Falcon's cockpit just being thrown around by these giant gears. We see all these real interior sets, and it was great.
Yeah. I'm not going to go too much into specific plot details because I have willingly decided to distance myself from that because I just want to go in. Just I'll watch the trailers.
Yeah, me too. I'm not actually going to see any more trailers, to be honest.
I'll debate it. If it's 2.5 minutes, then maybe not. But we'll talk about trailer length later. So what was shown, the big thing that was shown that got everybody's attention was a behind-the-scenes reel of stuff that was going on during the film's production. This, I think, was a really interesting way to get people interested in Star Wars without necessarily having another trailer, because it hasn't been long enough to justify another trailer. We'll have to wait until maybe October or so before we'll get the final.
I don't know. We haven't actually gotten a full trailer, like full standard 2.5 minute trailer. So I think we might get one pretty soon.
But I think what we have now is good, and it was so talked about that they didn't want to have the law of diminishing returns and whatnot. So we got behind the scenes reel.
They're playing it really well by keeping things under wraps.
Larry, say something. Gosh dang it!
You've been quiet.
I enjoyed it. I really liked the behind the scenes video. I think it's really nice to just see people who are happy making the movie. I think that's kind of what we were all hoping for. I mean, we want if this is such a big franchise, it's so close to so many people. If we want anybody working on the movie, it's people who care deeply or really love what they do. So I mean, it was very reassuring.
I mean, seriously, guys, can we just? I have to say it. I am just not worried at all about this movie.
I don't know. We haven't really gotten any reason to be worried.
See, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing that I want to point out regarding us. We are part of a generation that completely went over the era of the Phantom Menace hype. Now, this is something that's been told in Star Wars culture for so long. People being so excited about Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and being completely let down. So, I mean, maybe this is what Episode 1 looked like to them. What if, if we all went back in time and saw the second Episode 1 trailer and they're I'm not worried about this movie at all. I think it's going to be awesome.
I cannot believe that this will be anything short of amazing. I can't see it happening.
It's actually funny. What's funny is that the wait people had for Phantom Menace was way longer than the wait that we got between 3 and this. So I can only, honestly, I can only imagine what it was like when Star Wars fans, who were really pretty much cult fans at that point when Episode 1 was even rumored, just to hear that there was a prequel in the works, they all probably exploded. Seriously, I can just imagine.
Phantom Menace, I believe, was announced, or the idea of doing the announcement of a Star Wars prequel trilogy was announced, I believe, in 1992. So there was a long period. Yeah, there was a long period of time between that and the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, George Lucas was always planning. I mean, because what happened if my memory serves me and my research correctly, George Lucas, after 4 became a huge smash hit, he rewrote Episode 2 as Episode 5, and then wanted to do prequels discussing Darth Vader's story, Anakin's. But then he hit some financial troubles. After a very, I think it might have been a divorce. I don't know. It was some sort of legal troubles, which he lost a lot of money, so he didn't really have the materials to do it. And then several years later, he saw that Star Wars was still so popular, so he decided to invest time into making the prequels.
Yeah, while we're on the topic, Star Wars Empire of Dreams. Go watch it. It's a 2.5-hour documentary about the original trilogy, and it's awesome. Probably will answer all the questions that we have right now. But the reason why we're talking about this specifically is because we're in a very unique moment in Star Wars history where we are about to enter into a new trilogy, like a brand new Star Wars trilogy that happens not often at all, ever.
It's
like these movies
happened.
Yes.
It's happened one other time.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen often.
Right. Yeah, it's great, and this is my favorite franchise.
Really?
Yeah,
really? I
absolutely.
actually, I mean, I knew it was up there, but I didn't think it was going to be there. So
yeah, that's not even close, really.
Yeah. See, the thing is, there's not much to talk about in terms of the video outside of it was just a really great little reel. However, I will point out something that I did notice. Simon Pegg kept popping his head into all the stuff, and I am okay with that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, no, he apparently is an alien. But I would just say, everyone, you should go watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
There's some great stuff being shown off. And there was some other info dropped. Like, we got some new villains. I can't remember the name. We finally got confirmation of Captain Phasma.
Yeah, we got the Dark Side. They released photos of who the Dark Side actually is. Cal Ren, Captain Plasma, and some weird other guy. I don't know what his name is. He's
his name
human.
Captain Phasma? That's cool.
Not Plasma, it's Phasma.
Oh, Phasma.
It's a weird name,
Excuse
but
me.
it's played. But it's Gwendolyn Christie, and she's the best. So I'm so
and the
excited
design
for that
is killer. The
I
Chrome
know.
Trooper. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
The only other thing really of note is it was cool to see them, like, Daisy Ridley and John Boyega are, like, right in front of a real explosion. Like, during this reel, they show
a practical explosion.
a real explosion going off, and it just looks so intense.
That's
You gotta get those
crazy.
real reactions. What if like I like to think that they didn't know that it was gonna be a real explosion, so when it happened, they're like, "Oh my god!" Like they actually they got that on camera. I can
That's
only
how you
hope.
get the real performances.
But also, that would be kind of nasty because it's like just scaring somebody like that and going, "Oh, it's gonna be planned the whole time." That would probably be really, really mean.
Oh,
but
we got flame troopers or whatever they're called, stormtroopers, flamethrower. So that's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chewie, we got some footage. Wow, I just got really emotional, you guys. We got the new Chewie costume for a second. Peter Mayhew, of course, returning.
Yeah.
And the other outfit I want to talk about, it was shown or like leaked or something, but the Leia costume looks awesome. Like,
I didn't see that actually. I refuse to look at most things that aren't hugely big deals. So I'm not. I have
You haven't seen the reel?
Well, no, I saw the real. Wait, was she
reel.
in there?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, was that her costume? That just looked like somebody that just looked like Carrie Fisher behind the scenes. I wasn't sure.
No, that was just that was her costume.
I remember
good.
hearing about a photo of her and it was different. Okay. So that was all right.
Yeah, there it is. I'm paused right now in the video. Yeah, it's awesome because it has this Han Solo vibe a little bit. It's got this. I don't know. I really like it. They did a good job.
Now, what I hope now that you mention it, I hope that they're that Han Solo's new costume. Well, no, it's the same costume, but I hope there's
that's
one.
What I love too. I wanted to get to that because they did show Han again. And he looks so good.
But what they didn't show Luke though. They did not.
Nope,
they had Mark
I think
Hamill
they're
in an
holding it
interview
for the
thing.
film. I think they're holding it for the film.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Can you believe Harrison Ford is 73? He's 73, and Patrick Stewart is only 2 years older than him. It's actually his birthday. Well, the day we're recording. Harrison
He's
Ford.
our biggest fan, Patrick Stewart. So shout out to Pat Stew.
Well, Harrison Ford's birthday today is also. But I mean, that's why it's fun that we're talking about Star Wars. Anyway, Star Wars is awesome. That's all
I really have to say. I'm so excited for this movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I want to remind everybody, I love this. Daniel Craig is in the movie somewhere. We will see as a stormtrooper.
Awesome.
Did you not hear about this?
No, I thought it was just rumored but not confirmed. But you're saying it's confirmed?
Yeah, this was reported on a few months ago. I think he went to the set and he was like, "Please give me a role in this, please, just please give me something." And they're like, "All right, you want to be a stormtrooper?" He's like, "Sure." Yes. So apparently he's a stormtrooper in there. Let's hope we can see him, or if not, we'll just take a guess.
That's incredible. The fact.
I hope they don't show him.
What's amazing to me is that Daniel Craig, James Bond, at least for the time being until Spectre, okay, or maybe after.
No, I think he signed up for one more after Spectre.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But he goes to Star Wars and he goes, "Hey, I want a role. How about you be, I don't know, some extra in the background? Yes, please."
Yeah,
Like that's how much people love Star Wars.
James Bond is settling, is happy.
James Bond wants to
being
be an
extra.
extra in Star. Most likely, he'll be killed. He'll be shot somehow. You know?
I mean, I
hilarious.
wouldn't be surprised if like he wanted to be like a main role in the movie, but they're like, and so he's like, okay, fine, putting my ego aside, just let me be somewhere in this movie.
Oh, I would love to be a Stormtrooper. Just by the way,
and
J.J.
I'm going to look
Abrams.
for him in the credits. I hope like I see like Daniel Craig as a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
I mean, like they did that with Jonah Hill and Django. So
Oh yeah, they did.
yeah, so that's the Star Wars stuff. I know that we're kind of like focusing on tiny little details here, but again, the hype is real and the hype is happening, and it's going to be huge.
excited.
And I'm I'm just like enjoying just like being in this moment because I believe it was Pierre I think his name is Shredda. He's managing editor of Slash Film, my favorite film website that like has all the news. He said,
Except Rule Thirds Max.
yeah, but like it's a podcast.
we're
we're talking
not
about
even close.
film news. He said that like I think at one point he said, regardless of the quality of episode 7, I love being in this like era of just hype for the movie, like this era of unknown, what's going to happen. Like, and I
Enjoy
agree.
the ride,
I think,
everyone.
yeah, I'm enjoying this ride of not seeing the movie yet.
That being said, can we see the movie, please?
Yeah,
Yeah,
December
please.
18th is going to be a great day. It's going to be
Yes.
it's going to be either whether or not the movie is good or bad. Our excitement is going to be like what makes it a memorable day. So
Oh, yes.
before we move on to the next thing, I want to talk about one news story that broke right before San Diego Comic-Con happened that made me very excited. Very excited. So, one of the breakout directors right now is the duo of Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I love these two gentlemen. Their sense of humor matches perfectly with mine. It's they know how to like write great dialogue and like they have a great understanding of like just how characters function without having to be super serious about it. And so they have been confirmed to be working on the Han Solo spin-off prequel sort of thing that was
anthology
announced
film.
The anthology.
years ago. Do you guys remember this? Like
No, it
the
was
Han-
rumored years ago.
yeah, Boba
It
Fett
wasn't
and Han
announced
Solo movies were
until a few weeks ago.
yeah.
And it was not confirmed that Boba's part of it, so
No,
that's still a
no.
rumor.
The two rumored movies were a Boba Fett spinoff and a Han Solo spinoff.
Yeah, now everyone says it's the same movie, which I'm totally down for.
Mhm.
So let's do that. Can I say something, guys?
Yeah,
Does
I-
it worry anyone else that there are like 5 we've talked about, like there are like these huge, like I did a Twitter joke about it. It was so often. Phil Lord and Chris Miller are signed on for like 4 or 5 big name projects that everyone's getting so excited about, and none of them have had any production updates. We haven't heard a peep out of the animated Spider-Man movie.
because
We've
it's into
heard
production.
nothing about the 23 Jump Street / Men in Black crossover that they were apparently going to be writing.
I don't know if actually that was an idea that was sent in one of those emails during the big Sony leak, but that was never like confirmed to be happening if I'm not mistaken.
And we've heard nothing about The Flash out of all the DC news, which we'll get to, of course. We've heard nothing about them doing the Flash movie.
that doesn't mean that they're like not
But doesn't
doing it.
it worry that they're signed on for so many projects in the next like 3 years? Like The Flash is the one that's the farthest out, and that's 2017.
Now, from what I understand, they're going to be just working
Or
on
they're
that. They might just be writing the script to the Flash. I know they're
I thought
just.
they were directing. I'm pretty sure they're directing.
Well, okay, listen, I understand your sentiment. And as a guy who works on productions, yeah, one production could take the life out of you. However,
And it's also, I'm just worried that people are getting on the hype train. They did like a movie, amazing. They did 21 20 Jump Street. I love those movies too. But I'm just cautious to throw all these huge franchises at them. Like, I don't know if that's a big enough resume. It's so high quality. I so agree with that. But calm down. Like, I'm just worried about those two getting all these big franchises so quickly. It just feels like it's the hype train. Like, we have this franchise, let's give it to them so the fans feel like they're in good hands. But we don't know yet because we haven't seen any project of theirs past 20 Jump Street.
okay, I can sympathize. So what I'm going to make a guess here, is that we're going to be seeing headlines of Phil Lord and Chris Miller leaving The Flash.
Oh, yeah,
leaving
definitely.
the animated Spider-Man. They will
was
not
gonna
leave
lead
Han
to.
Solo, though. They will
No,
not, because
no.
Disney has offered them probably the biggest paycheck.
I have
And
no idea what was going on. Was it Trevorrow that left? No, it was
Trank. It was
Yeah,
Trank.
Trank. I'm sorry. I get the whole I want to work on my own project, the fan pressure, but who are you to leave Star Wars? What mindset do you have to be in
No.
to
Apparently he
leave
was
Star Wars?
he was kicked out, or no?
No, that's not the official word.
That's
but
not the
whatever.
official word, but I'm pretty sure there were some sort of creative differences going into the project.
But-
Trank has been known to be a bit hard to work with in certain productions.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, see,
So-
the thing is, he's been known for working on one big movie. I mean, I'm sure he's done other stuff.
But
obviously.
there's also
like,
been
he's
stuff
known
with
for
him and
Chronicle.
Fox, though. Him and Fox have had a couple of disagreements regarding Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Okay.
well.
Negativity aside,
Yeah.
I love the idea of a Star Wars prequel. I hope they get the casting right, and I hope it's not Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt as
don't.
Han Solo? Nah.
Don't do it.
Nah.
Everyone, it is just the go-to, and you need to fight that urge, Disney.
I mean, I love
please.
Pratt, but I don't think he fits this role.
Yeah, I don't want him in that role. I want someone new. I want to be blown away, and I don't think he's that good. I don't know if he can really pull off Han Solo, to be honest.
I mean, I
that's
think
just
he
me.
can pull it off, but I think we want some new blood. We don't want to see. Listen, we don't want to see.
Star-Lord
his name?
2.
Yeah, or what was his name? Dang it!
Andy
I
Dwyer?
can't remember. His alter ego,
Oh, Burt Macklin.
Burt Macklin. I don't
Burt
want to see
Macklin,
Space
FBI.
Burt Macklin. Oh
Burt
wait, he would be
Macklin,
Star
Space
Lord.
FBI.
Dang it! I mean,
Oh, yeah, no,
Star
he
Lord
was
is basically
totally the
Han
Star Wars
Solo
again.
in with a little bit more of a comedic sense, but
Yeah.
So no Chris Pratt, somebody new, somebody we
Someone,
haven't seen before.
honestly, I want to know, buddy, because look at Episode 7. Who knows Daisy Ridley? Who knows John Boyega? Oscar Isaac just
okay,
now
I know.
is getting
John
big.
He from Attack the Block. That's all I
Okay,
know.
yeah,
Well,
sure.
yeah,
He had
that's
that one
how
big
he got
movie.
his
Daisy
big
Ridley
break.
had nothing.
Adam
Yeah.
Driver was known for Girls and being phenomenal
Right.
on Girls.
They are good at picking up some new blood, so do it again. Get us a
Yeah.
fresh face for Han Solo. I don't want to know them. That'd be awesome if it just be he's new Han Solo, and I go awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Clap,
I'm
clap.
down with that. And you don't have to like CG his face to look more like Harrison Ford.
Oh,
we'll
please
get
don't.
it.
If
This doesn't
you
have to be
could pull
Looper.
off something. I don't know if you could pull it off as well as Looper did, maybe. But
Yeah.
Well,
okay, so we've been talking a lot about Star
Wait,
Wars
hold
and a lot
on.
about the
Hold
implications.
on. Can we quickly touch upon Trevorrow just really quickly?
Okay, fine. No,
don't want
please,
So,
please,
okay,
please.
hold
no.
on. Let's calm down. Okay, so for those of you who aren't keeping up, it's been rumored that Trevorrow has been signed on as the director for Episode 9. Now, of course, it was planned he was going to go up on the panel, but then that got canceled also, which is kind of worrying me a bit.
Well,
No. The rumor was that he was going to be announced to be the director at the panel, but
and then the panel happened and it wasn't announced, so everyone assumes that rumor is
I
bogus.
know, right? The idea of him going up there didn't fly.
Well, it was just a rumor. It wasn't an idea.
Well, rumors are ideas. Whatever. The point of the matter is, I think I asked them about this before we started recording, and there was a pretty unanimous thought. We don't want Colin Trevorrow directing Star Wars Episode 9. Trevorrow
the
is
thing is-
Jurassic World. For those who don't know, he directed
yeah,
Jurassic.
if you don't, look online and look for like interviews with him about how the production of Jurassic World went. Basically, he had to put on the face of somebody who was far more experienced at this in order to direct this huge blockbuster. So I think he needs to work on a few more stuff. Safety Not Guaranteed is a good movie. He directed that. He wrote that. It's a good movie. Go see it. Jurassic World, not so much. And I think it's because Spielberg saw himself in Trevorrow and he's like, you should go do Jurassic World. And it turned out to be not maybe the best idea.
Yeah.
So, fine. You know what? Maybe he'll direct an anthology film in a few years, but just let him do other things
Honestly,
first.
the rumor that got me really excited was Whedon.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because Joss Whedon directing a movie of my top two favorite franchises is amazing.
that would be interesting.
What's
Very interesting.
what's the Whedon rumor?
That he was going to direct Episode 9. That he's being looked at.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
interesting.
I didn't know about Episode 9. I heard something. Like he was going
I
to
could go for that, man. I could go for that.
Yeah. So it would be Abrams,
Abrams,
Johnson.
Ryan Johnson, which is Looper.
and then Whedon. That'd be
yeah,
great.
that'd be
That would be
great
a
trio.
good all-star director cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've talked about Star Wars now. We were reaching the 30-minute mark, and we haven't even gotten to the little stuff. So expect this to be a longer podcast. Whatever. Comic-Con, it deserves it. So
It does deserve it.
Sean, you had an interesting tidbit that I
Yes.
didn't know about until you told me right before we started recording. Tell me,
Same.
what did Josh say?
Well, Josh Hutcherson, delightful actor. I'm a huge fan of his because he's shorter than me, and all the girl. Ow, jeez, my throat's acting up. I don't know why. I think it's
The speaking his name is bad because he's bad.
what? Josh Hutcherson's awesome.
I don't like Josh Hutcherson.
Anyway,
I don't at
I'm
all.
a fan because he's shorter than me, and he's still
Because he's
like this
shorter than
hunk.
you?
Yes, and he gives me hope, Max. Anyway, but anyway, I'm kidding. He's fine. I'm not like anyway. I don't want this to get out of hand like the Anne Hathaway thing. Okay, that's why I'm putting in asterisks. Josh Hutcherson was talking at the Hunger Games panel, or maybe an interview, and he hinted at the possibility of more Hunger Games happening after the release of Mockingjay Part 2, which is coming out later this year. And everyone is going, oh man, they're going to force a sequel, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, I don't think they will, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about is how I would do it and how I think they are going to do it. And recently I've been right about a lot of things, so I think you should hear me out on this.
Oh no, he's actually going to bring this. He's going to bring this upon us, Larry. he was right about a few things, which we'll talk about later. But yes. Oh man,
I think it's going to be a Hunger Games anthology, pretty much.
Oh,
like they're going to do what Star Wars is doing. Like they're just going to start doing like, here's this story in District 2 about these new characters, and it takes place maybe during the whole Katniss Revolution, maybe way before, maybe way after. Like, I think this anthology approach to franchise films is very interesting.
Decimated districts and where to find them.
Yes,
well,
and I think
I like that idea.
Try it.
I like that idea, but the thing, though, about Hunger... And I think it'd be a great idea. I'm not disagreeing, but the thing about Hunger Games is that there were 3 books that did come out, and the author wrote them, and they were popular. Do you think they're going to work with the author at all in establishing these anthologies?
Well, the president, Max, you unintentionally... Well, you intentionally, but anyway, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Woo!
The screenplay is going to be written by Rowling. And so that with that precedent set, maybe they do call up Suzanne Collins?
Yeah. Yep, Suzanne Collins.
Yeah. Maybe they call her up and say, do you have any ideas for this world? Because look, it's a young adult dystopian, post-apocalyptic world. There are infinite possibilities. Do whatever you want. Create, what about other continents? Like, civilization fell probably worldwide. What about, Asia? What's going on over there? Tell us. Write us a new trilogy of books and movies, or movies and turn into books. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to comment on this real quick. When somebody says that the world has ended and they only focus on a specific part of the world, it makes me wonder if the world's actually ended or this particular part of the world.
Well, in the modern age, you can assume it's the whole world because, people would apparently. You guys know Jericho, that show?
No.
It was a while ago. My roommate watched it, and I found it so funny. He said, "Yeah, the world didn't end. It's like this one region of the U.S. Everywhere else is fine." It's so dumb. I just found that amusing. So hopefully it's not like that, where it's like Katniss goes beyond the sea and finds just people. And they're like, what are you doing? I escaped this totalitarian, sectioned, oppressive society. It's like, oh, that's weird. We haven't checked on you guys in 200 years. Lols.
Life of Kat. She's on a boat for a long time.
Riveting.
I'm for this.
Riveting. Well, I'm all for it. Anthology is always an interesting way of expanding the universe. I'm just wondering how much they could do and if it would work.
Yeah, we got to see. And of course, this isn't confirmed. I just wanted to bring it up really quick because that was a cool idea. I thought they could go the anthology route, and I'd be down. So anyway, that's all I had to say about that.
All right, so what's next on the little thing docket? Because
I get to bring up another thing.
Yeah, there's something big that we're going to be talking about later. Don't worry.
Yes.
Don't worry.
We're going to hit all the big stops, guys. Don't worry.
We're like a sandwich. Star Wars, little things in the middle of the Star Wars bun, and then something, you know what we're going to do.
The Star Wars bun. Princess Leia's buns. Oh, that hairstyle is amazing. Anyway, I wanted to bring up really quickly, you guys don't watch the show, but I do. Doctor Who, Season 9. Yes, Season 9.
Larry, we have a Whovian in our midst.
Yeah, actually, no. Now I'm getting really into it now. I really like this show. But anyway, the Season 9. If you're in Britain, you can call it Series 9. But if you're in America, we call it Seasons. I don't care if it's a British show or not. Just call it Season 9.
Even though most television seasons go over 2 seasons of actual years.
Anyway, yeah, but that's just the term we use. Whatever.
I know.
Season 9 got its trailer, which was a surprise, and it got a much earlier release date than anticipated. It's coming in September. And the trailer itself isn't that great, but some cool things were shown, and I just kind of want to give a shout-out to anyone listening who's into Doctor Who, that yay, Season 9 is happening. Capaldi is returning as the Doctor. That was not a good accent for him. He doesn't sound
Sean, I have a question regarding this announcement.
Yes.
What does Alon-Z mean?
Alon-Z means let's go, pretty much. It was the catchphrase of so many people are going to hate me. I want to say 11th Doctor. I'm probably wrong. It's David Tennant.
Oh,
David
wait,
Tennant
he's
always
he's not the
Actually,
11th. He's the 9th or 10th, I believe.
Well, no. No. He is not 9th.
Okay, well, because Matt Smith...
All right.
Was
Matt
11th.
Smith's the 12th, and then the 13th isn't supposed to happen, so Capaldi's like a conundrum.
Well,
I don't know if they've explained that yet.
Wasn't
Eccleston was 9, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, Eccleston wasn't
What
10
have
then.
we wrought upon this podcast?
See, I know.
It is because Because here's the thing, now they've got called the War Doctor, so technically there's another Doctor that we never knew about. It's a mess, you guys. It is a mess. And you have Echo
Yeah,
Centigrade.
I just watched Tennant's season, and I liked it, but I haven't really been keeping up with it past that.
It's very good. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I was watching the trailer, and I'm like, 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10, there's no Maisie Williams ain't here. And then after the Doctor Who title card, you appear, I'm like, 10 out of 10.
Wait, what? Wait, Maisie Williams is going to be what?
Yeah, she's getting a two-parter, actually. She's a villain, apparently.
That's cool. Wow.
Because if you're a big British actor, you need to get on Doctor Who. Because it's, like, the place to go. It's funny, actually, a lot of actors are there before they get big as well, so that's always fun to see. But, like, Carey Mulligan had one of the best Doctor Who episodes ever. She was the main character in it. So, like, a lot of actors appear on Doctor Who, and she's on the rise, and so she's a villain, yes, for a 2-episode arc.
I don't mean to bring this up again, but man, they gotta make that Last of Us movie fast before she grows, like before she looks grown up. This is bad. She's at least 14. How old is Maisie Williams? Like 17?
17 or 18, yeah.
Yeah, they gotta work on that. Go quickly.
Just
now.
go make it, please.
Yeah. Anyway, so okay, what's the next piece of news? Are we moving on to?
It's mine.
Yes,
I
it is
have the
Larry's.
next piece of news. Hateful Eight. Let's talk about that for a little bit. We're all Tarantino fans here, so I think it's worth bringing up his 8th project. And they apparently say that on the poster. I get that it's Hateful Eight, but I don't know.
Is it really his 8th project? Are you serious?
But no, it's actually not though. What that car movie no one talks about was directed by him.
Death Race. It was
Death Ride.
It came with Grind. I don't remember what it was called exactly, but I know what you're talking about. It came with Grindhouse in 2007.
Yeah.
He does not like that movie. He does not like that movie.
He does not,
so I guess he just doesn't include it. But the poster says like the 8th film from Quentin Tarantino, and I'm like, that's a weird tagline, but whatever. So the Hateful Eight, he had a panel, and they showed a sizzle reel that, unfortunately, hell if it would go online. But
is that really coming out this year? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah,
that's nuts. Like we haven't got a single trailer for it.
And we got like we got a cast, we got a plot that's going on. You can all look that up. I just think there's a few interesting things to mention. One, Kurt Russell is the star, and that sounds awesome because I think he could be a really great leading man.
Good old Snake Plissken.
It's another Civil War era story, which I think is interesting
because it's a little. It's a Western. It's in the same time period. It feels a little like right after Django. I'm a little worried. But we'll see.
Yeah, but there seems to be less of a real focus on what Django was focused on, and there's a whole different like aspect going on.
I'm sure it is, but
yeah.
Can I just say, is it childish of me to ask for a Django cameo? Like, would it be too much?
No,
like,
no. Tarantino's very childish, so I'm sure he might be down.
And
for
if
that.
they do, he'll probably say the N-word because that's how Tarantino goes.
Yeah, totally.
half Tarantino's dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the post-credits ending of a Tarantino movie was the N-word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, literally.
That was weird.
Yeah,
and I'm actually very much looking forward to this because I've now seen every Tarantino film because I took a college course on Tarantino's filmography.
Don't remind
and this
me.
is the
awesome.
first movie of his coming out since I've taken the class. So I'm very excited that I get to go in the theater, see a Tarantino movie with all the Tarantino knowledge I can have. So,
what's interesting, I just want to point this out real quick. What's interesting is that right after Inglourious Basterds came out and did so well, I know that Tarantino
by the way,
was.
If we're flagged as explicit for that, A, it's spelled with an E, so it's not actually a swear word. B, it's the title. We have to say it.
Yeah. Anyway, just real quick, just to just point this out real quick. Tarantino's next project after Inglourious Basterds was like another movie taking place during World War II during that time. So I think he's just really into historical, like fantasy period pieces because I wouldn't call them accurate. I would just call them historical fantasy.
Well, I think something he mentioned at the panel was he's really into Westerns right now because, according to him, if you want to be known as a Western director, you have to direct at least 3 Westerns, which I think is kind of which is a bit of a nod to the Sergio Leone trilogy.
Sergio Leone.
Anyway, but really the big reason why Hateful Eight really sticks with me is because I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry.
Ennio Morricone.
Thank you.
That's a guess. That's a guess.
Okay, fine, whatever. It's what I'm taking. He is the composer for one of the most memorable tracks in all of movie history, really. The Magnificent Seven. That Western theme. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. Just look it up. You'll instantly recognize it. Well,
Do you want to play it? Do you want to play it for the audience right now?
Okay, yeah, we'll we'll give it a little record spin here. Hey everybody, this is Larry. I'm recording this as I'm editing the episode, and as I was, looking up the Magnificent Seven theme to put it in the episode, I made the terrible realization that I'm an idiot, and I said that Ennio Morricone actually composed the Magnificent Seven theme, which is not true. It's Elmer Bernstein, and I feel terrible. He's a great composer, and Magnificent Seven is one of my all-time favorite movie themes. So you may take my movie music nerd card now if you wish. Ennio Morricone actually is well known for having composed several famous westerns, including the Sergio Leone trilogy, which we just mentioned. Yeah, sorry about that mistake. I guess, Elmer Bernstein, Western, one of the most famous Westerns of all time, Magnificent Seven, Ennio Morricone, the Sergio Leone trilogy is one of the most famous Western trilogies. So I guess I just mixed up the names, and I apologize for that. Fun fact, Ennio Morricone actually composed the soundtrack to The Untouchables, which is one of my favorite films of all time. So he's a great composer, and I just wanted to fix that mistake. Now back to your regularly scheduled episode of Rule Thirds.
Good record spinning, Larry.
Yeah, thank you. See, you only need 2 seconds. You already know. Right? So after 40 years of not really scoring movies, he is coming back to give an original soundtrack for The Hateful Eight, which I think is just...
How did Tarantino convince him to
so
do that?
awesome. I don't know, but I mean, Tarantino's one of the most prolific directors we have right now. So if you're going to do a score for any film, it's his.
It's like if you went up to Bill Watterson and was like, hey, could you draw a new comic for me, please?
Hey, it happened.
Well, it did happen.
Swine.
That's correct. Yes,
yeah.
That was a bad example.
Which is hilarious.
But it's so weird. Pearls Before Swine of all comics.
Yeah, well, it's really fun. I think it's funny.
I like Pearls Before Swine a lot. It's just it's not prolific. It's not like
it's not really
high
prolific.
art comics because that doesn't exist anymore. Let me just say this because it came up. The comics page is garbage.
Yeah,
I look like once a month I'll skim through. It is atrocious. And I weep for people that find that funny. Just
the best comics are the one that are online. Cyanide and Happiness, Brawl the Family.
Hey, now this is actually becoming a Comic-Con discussion.
Funny.
Anyway, that's all.
Pajama Diaries and Screw Family Circus. Those two comic strips.
That Family Circus gets destroyed.
By the way, Family Circus movie, no word. Hopefully it died. Hopefully it was smothered in its sleep and sent straight to hell. Because I don't want to hear about that project ever again.
All right.
Anyway, Hateful Eight. I'm excited. Great cast. Looks awesome.
Yeah. When is it coming out again? Is it coming out
December?
Oh yeah, because actually I think it's technically. No, I think it's having some Christmas Day showings or something, so it's really late December.
Just in time for the holidays.
It'll be there for the Academy screenings, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get some Oscars because it's Tarantino.
Just in time for the holidays. Watch Tarantino direct a movie where heads probably explode in a bloody fashion.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's red, so if there's some green grass, Christmas.
And then after it comes out, get ready for headline after headline of Tarantino saying, I'm going to retire after this. I'm actually going to. Well, wait, maybe I'll not.
He likes his drama sometimes.
Well, I thought he was going to do 10 movies. I thought that was his plan.
the most brilliant 12-year-old to ever grace the Anyway. So let's see. What's after that? Sean, is it time to move on to Warcraft?
Yes.
Yay!
So here's why I want to talk about Warcraft. I am so interested in this movie. Notice I didn't say excited, though, it's not like I'm not looking forward to it or anything. I'm so interested in this movie. Not because I play World of Warcraft. I haven't played a single second. I've heard it's good. Not because I've played the Warcraft series, because I'm awful at real-time strategy. So that's not it either. Here's why. When Lord of the Rings came out, a lot of people were expecting there to be this huge wave of epic fantasy to come over Hollywood. It didn't. We got Narnia for the kids, and we got The Hobbit a while later, just based off Lord of the Rings' success. Harry Potter straddles the young adult and fantasy, but
it was really Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter that summoned in the franchise age. So.
But it's not pure fantasy. It's modern world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Contemporary fantasy.
And so it never happened, which is too bad because I love fantasy stuff. And so Warcraft could usher that in. Because if it does well... Look, superhero movies are the biggest genre right now. Nerds are going to see movies, and I say that lovingly. This audience, me, and I think I speak for you too, we love fantasy.
I love fantasy.
I don't, but I'm down with a Warcraft movie, and I'll explain why in a bit.
Okay. Anyway, so I want more fantasy films. So I hope Warcraft can show the nerds want to see it, and we want to see more. Not just a Warcraft sequel, but give us more fantasy. Give us the Prydain Chronicles, Disney. please, 3D animated, make them not awful, but keep your design of Gurgi. That was a way better design of the book.
Anyway.
But there's another reason I wanted to do really well. And it links to a few news stories that happened. Something that broke my heart. It's broken my heart. And something we actually talked about. Last of Us movie needs to happen. And it broke my heart that the Uncharted movie lost its director. Because I love Uncharted and I want that movie to happen. And also, we just got it announced today as of recording, Wreck-It Ralph 2 is happening.
Yes, I was going to bring this up.
Oh.
Woo!
All of this is building up to video game movies have never been that good. Wreck-It Ralph is like cheating, where it's like in the world of video games.
It's a video game movie, but not a movie based on a video game. It's like a movie about books instead of a movie based on a book.
I want movies based off video games to be good. And Warcraft has such a good chance because that lore is insanely rich and deep. This movie single-handedly could launch a new fantasy movement in Hollywood and a new, actually good video game movie movement in Hollywood. This movie needs to succeed because I think it would bring about so many awesome things, at least for me. Anyway,
and it's already done, apparently.
Yeah.
Or at least they got a few more VFX shots until it's pretty much finished.
Yes,
but
we have not yet gotten a trailer, which is very annoying. I was hoping we'd get one at
Apparently, there was sort of one at... Okay,
there were some things shown, but nothing public, unfortunately.
All right, let me step on this for a second, Sean, because I'm excited for this movie. I am.
Good.
I don't know what the heck to expect, but I'm excited to see it. I'm looking forward to the watching of the movie. Maybe not for the movie to be good or bad or whatever, just watching it. Because it's going to be weird. Because I'm not a World of Warcraft guy. I've played the trial. It was but I love Warcraft 3. It's probably one of my favorite games.
You mentioned that, yeah.
I love the game.
I'm just so bad at real-time strategy, I can't play them.
Actually, I would say Warcraft 3 is your best bet to get into the genre. It's very user-friendly, and it's just like fun to play. That's like, that's what Blizzard does. Makes games that are easy to understand.
I didn't think I could get into card games. I love Hearthstone.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm interested in with this lore is that, first off, Duncan Jones. This man has proven Moon, which is now regarded as one of the best sci-fi movies of the modern era.
He did another thing, didn't he? Didn't he do another film after Moon?
Source Code?
Source Code! That was an awesome movie. That movie was great.
So that's the first reason. Second reason, I'm excited for this movie because apparently the marketing is going to be very interesting. Because apparently we're going to be having two separate, different pieces of marketing.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be looking at the Alliance with all the humans and stuff, and the Orcs, because that's what the whole movie is going to be about.
Well, that's what all of Warcraft is. Yeah, the Alliance versus the Horde. Yeah.
What makes me sad is that I actually don't know. I actually don't know any of the characters. Like all the characters are from the first Warcraft game and not from the third, because it was actually like a generational stuff, like the Fallen King Arthas or the Orc Lord Thrall. Those are the two characters. Those are the two Warcraft characters that I know, and they're not in the movie because it's going to be the Warcraft 1 characters. That makes me upset. I'm sounding like the total give me your lunch money kind of nerd when I'm saying these things. But what I'm excited for is that this looks like a big, epic movie that will actually maybe get me interested in the fantasy movie genre.
Well, there haven't been that many good fantasy movies, so...
I mean, look, not even Lord of the Rings to do it. Maybe Warcraft will. I don't know.
Lord of the Rings is so good. I don't know what's
See, and I know they actually brought this up in that they know that they're kind of fighting an uphill battle. Because even with the Warcraft name being one of the most popular video games of all time, it's still going to be kind of a niche thing. So what Duncan Jones said during the panel is that they approached it the same, like, thinking the same way that Peter Jackson approached Lord of the Rings. How am I going to get this movie to be great and also bring in as many people just based on the quality and not necessarily like the accessibility? Because listen, Lord of the Rings ain't easy to digest.
No.
You have to watch that movie a couple times to get everything. So that's why I'm excited, because it's been in the works for like 10 years, this movie. It's now filmed, it has been pushed back again and again, and it's finally going to happen in June next year. I ramble too much on this show. Okay.
No, it's good.
If I could just add my slight 2 cents. This movie snuck up on me. I actually had no idea. Maybe I'd heard about it, but I totally forgot it was a thing until they kind of announced that the director or people behind the film want to maybe do a trilogy. Which wow. But based on what you guys are, they could totally do it. Based on what you guys are saying, I'm excited for all those reasons. but I just want a good movie. I don't know. That's kind of the first thing I'm thinking about with Warcraft.
Well,
There's a
yeah,
lot of
I mean-
lore, and I hope they don't make it too big. I think that's what's really important is that they centralized on a story that we can follow. That's really the heart of the film, and have other stuff on the side. But I mean, Lord of the Rings, right? It's a huge film, but there is a central story that's guiding all of it. So
Yeah.
we got.
And Warcraft is not just the story of like two factions fighting each other. There were individual storylines.
Right,
So
but if you
it's-
have too many of them, it might be a bit overflowing. So I think it's
Yeah,
important
like
to
a
be
theme park
level-headed
about
it.
dinosaurs with a bunch of different storylines. It's not,
Yeah,
bouncing it.
that'd be terrible.
That theoretical movie that we theoretically made a better version of on previous
yeah.
episode of Rule Thirds.
Okay, that's
That
it.
was-
No
that was
more of that
theoretically
stupid
better.
movie. We're not talking about that movie anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not going to bring it up again.
Okay.
Sorry.
Whatever.
That's my fault.
Jeez, Max. If we bring it up again, it's not like it's the end of the world.
Get out.
What's our next movie, Max?
Our next movie, I believe, we're going to be moving on to the Fox.
X-Men Apocalypse. That's
Panel,
my
yes,
joke.
the Fox
I
segment,
was
yeah.
segueing.
Oh, end of the
Call
world
me Joe
apocalypse.
Blue, 'cause I was
Oh, man,
segueing.
that was good, actually. I'll give you credit for that. Nice job.
What? What?
Call me
End
Joe
of the
Blue, 'cause I
world
would-
is a
yeah.
Jurassic World
Oh,
thing.
well,
And
no, I got
Apocalypse.
that. Took you that long to get that?
Well,
May I restate my amazing Arrested Development reference?
Okay.
I said,
so,
call me Joe Bluth because I was
It's not-
segueing.
oh yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's going to be the apocalypse, and it's specifically the X-Men apocalypse. It's specifically X-Men apocalypse.
Yeah, we got it, Max. Thank you. Specifically, the 2016 film.
Yeah.
Specifically, yeah.
Honestly, no, I don't got anything. I'm so indifferent to this franchise. So
What?
I mean,
but Days of Future Past was
Oh my
so good.
god, Days of
Days
Future
of Future
Past was so good.
By the way, okay, my take on the X-Men series is this: I am so surprised that the Rogue Cut exists.
Oh, the
Take it
first
away,
class,
Sean.
the first class road cut.
No,
which-
no, I mean no, the
Days
Days
of
of
Future
Future
Past
Past
Rogue
Rogue
Cut.
Cut.
Oh, the Days of Future Past road cut. Sorry,
Okay.
I get
There is
those
no
movies
Rogue
mixed
in-
up, which is so
Yeah,
weird.
just a movie that is just known for having a character that was edited out. That's so strange to me.
Okay.
I mean, it could be better than the original. I don't know, but it's just a weird idea. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Apocalypse, the guy, but that's really
I have
it.
seen Apocalypse the Guy. I mean, I haven't because I don't look up leaked footage online. You guys. I
Well,
don't
I
do
mean,
that.
I saw a screenshot of
dog.
his look. I didn't actually hear him or anything.
I saw the poster and I was like, oh, it looks exactly like Apocalypse in the comics.
Yep. Yeah, they're sticking to it. So, for those that don't know, Apocalypse is the first mutant. He's just a freaking powerhouse,
Yeah.
and he's going to wreck everything. So, here are my thoughts on X-Men Apocalypse. I don't care about the Apocalypse arc. I don't know the Apocalypse arc in the comics. I don't care anything about this movie. All I care about is that it is following up Days of Future Past. It is by the same director. Therefore, I'm on board. And I love this cast. Lawrence is amazing. Fassbender's amazing. McAvoy's amazing. Holt's pretty good. I could not ask for a better cast. The X-Men has just an amazing cast. And recent newcomer Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones. Shout out to another Game of Thrones. There are 3 Game of Thrones cast members that we've talked about on this podcast. So that's showing
won't
up
be
the
long.
Well,
show's
there are
pedigree.
a lot of newcomers in this film.
Yeah.
Several.
So I'm really excited because it's following Days of Future Past. It might be my favorite movie of last. I have to see Interstellar again. I have to compare the two. Anyway, I guess what I'm looking forward to most with Apocalypse is that the X-Men are yet to have what I call the tank villain, or like the force to be reckoned with. Sometimes
Like the
there's
Dark
just-
Side or the Thanos?
Yeah, they're all the same.
They
Whether
really
it be Dark
are.
Side, whether it be
It's
Thanos,
not
whether
even
it be
funny.
Apocalypse, like every superhero like group or fantasy, everything, there's always that villain that's just a tank. Like you physically cannot seem to hurt it. It is just blowing everything away. And it is such a good type of villain because the intimidation is just there because they feel unstoppable. You know? And that's something that X-Men has never done. Magneto's always been the villain pretty much. Or it's as much as I loved like the main focus Days of Future Past kind of being this philosophical thing, I'm really looking forward to see how they handle X-Men versus an unstoppable god, pretty much. So that's why I'm excited because I love this type of villain.
I'm actually excited to see like how they handle what the 80s looks like, because I know this movie takes place in the 80s.
Yes, it does.
Yep, 83.
That's literally the only thing that like caught my attention. Again, no disrespect to this franchise, I'm just not into it. Never been to the X-Men.
Shame. It's a shame.
Okay,
really.
can we move on to the next
No,
X-Men
Okay, I
movie?
want to talk. I
All
wanna
right, I'm
talk
sorry.
about
I'm
it.
sorry.
Man, jeez. All right. I am on the same boat as Sean. It was Days of Future Past, was my favorite films of last year. And First Class, which I don't think a lot of people, everyone's forgetting that First Class was
First
pretty
Class
damn good.
is the best X-Men film.
It's pretty damn
Disagree.
good. It was one of the best films of its year, which I believe was 2010.
I think it was very
11,
good.
11,
It wasn't
2011.
nearly as good as Days of Future Past.
Well, I mean,
Blew
I
it
have
out
to
of the
rewatch
water.
it again to tell, but I mean, the cast is great. It takes place in the 80s. I'm wondering, because like the timeline got a whole like turned on its head, and like the whole future where like Logan is like and like,
Right.
Patrick Stewart, that's new. I'm surprised they're not capitalizing on that aspect.
Well, they
I
are.
suppose.
Apparently, the third Wolverine film will take place present day in that new
Okay,
future set.
right, and I hear
And-
it's based on Old Man Logan, which
Yes.
is a comic
Very
series?
famous comic.
Yes.
Art,
All right.
yeah.
Which is cool. That's awesome. Again, the thing about that is though that the Wolverine movies are sort of their own thing almost at this
Yeah,
point.
was that there's like a second Wolverine movie coming out, right?
Yeah, there's
Is that-
another Wolverine that's coming out. It's
is
his
that
last
like,
run.
Was that commented on at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman came
Oh.
out on the panel and was like, "Hey, I'm doing this, and it's my last time being Wolverine." So
Wait,
he's
why?
just-
I thought it was gonna be the third one.
nope, big
I
deal.
thought the third
This is the last
Wolverine
time.
movie was.
Well, it is the third because
Yeah, yeah.
apparently they count X-Men Origins Wolverine and then the Wolverine.
terrible.
But they rewrote the. Okay, listen. See, this is what happens when you try and get an already existing franchise into the franchise age. Is that you just you mix everything up. That's
Well,
basically-
I mean, just the thing about like, I don't know, Wolverine will probably be good. I have a feeling it'll be very good, but I mean, there's just a difference. There's a difference. You're a Wolverine movie or you're an X-Men film. Honestly, I mean, when you think about the two, it's sort of a sub-series. But either way, Oscar Isaacs. I think let's talk about this dude for just 2 seconds. He is in Star Wars, right? He plays Poe in Star Wars. He's Apocalypse here, and you guys told me he's pretty much
There's-
confirmed to be Nathan Drake.
No. That's just
Oh, he's
a
not?
rumor. But again, that
Oh, it's a
movie isn't
rumor.
even going to happen.
Yeah, it was-
because
that was,
the world is cruel. The world
Okay,
is
well
cruel.
then, fine. You lied to me. But he's being considered to be Nathan Drake. He was also in Ex Machina, which is a big underground hit that was released earlier this year. This dude's going places, and I'm excited because he's talented and he's awesome. Inside Llewyn Davis is a very well made film. If you haven't seen that, that's pretty much where Oscar Isaac got his big break. Please go watch that film. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard like Apocalypse's voice, or I haven't seen anything, but I've seen the look of him, and he looks awesome. That's for sure. So X-Men Apocalypse is going to be really, really cool. Has anybody actually seen McAvoy with the Chrome Dome? Has anyone
yeah.
seen photos of that? He looks.
Yeah.
He's rocking the Chrome Dome, man.
Yeah, it looks good, and he looks like Patrick Stewart.
And he's looking like he's having tons of fun with it, also, which is
Yeah.
great.
Anyway,
for
we
him.
should probably move on to the next X-Men.
The Merc with
the
the mouth.
X-Men.
The
Merc with the mouth. Deadpool.
Yeah, you guys take this over.
All
one,
I
'cause
have to
Oh
say
my
is-
God, Max! What the heck? How could you not be excited for Deadpool?
It's just the internet freaks out because this is like internet the superhero.
Yeah, I don't want to say that though, because
Deadpool.
a fandom should not be the reason why you don't like a thing.
Right.
That's a bad reason. However, I think it's also because Deadpool just relies on fourth wall humor, the kind that, even though it's my favorite kind of humor, it's like beaten over the head. That's why I believe that if Phil Lord and Chris Miller directed Deadpool, the universe would basically implode in on itself. So it's just so like obvious, like being cynical and funny and killing people and
This movie exists because of fans.
Yeah.
And it was allowed to be rated R. Guys, think about that.
Yes.
That's the state of current superhero movies. They're so popular, they put an R rating on one, and they still think it's going to do awesome. And it is going to do awesome.
That's coming out in February, right? Deadpool's coming out?
Yes.
That's
Just in time
first
for
off.
Valentine's Day.
Once again, we're seeing a movie that is completely defying the summer blockbuster chart by just being somewhere other than May. Because
Yep.
you would know that they would put this, X-Men Apocalypse, and then movie, and then Wolverine, Deadpool. I don't know why Wolverine. Deadpool. Like, that'd basically be it. But now it can be all over the place. So I'm looking forward to that movie being the first big movie of the year.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I watched the panel for Deadpool, the Hall H small time it got on the Fox panel. Ryan Reynolds is looking to have so much fun with this role.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
mean,
having a blast.
he is having, and oh my God, it's so hilarious how he's trashing Green Lantern. Have you guys?
Oh, yeah,
been,
he was openly trashing
Yeah,
Green Lantern.
I think he said something. It was like, yeah, I already did, one proper superhero film. Oh, I'm sorry, not proper. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shots
he is
fired.
this, and you know what? He has every right to, honestly,
Yeah.
because he was a huge force in getting this film made. I mean, nobody else was primed for the role, other than him. He was really the first choice.
He wanted to. That doesn't mean he was like made. I mean,
oh
I
my
don't
god,
know.
have you, dude? Watching the
Stop
test
with
footage.
the negativity.
Yeah,
geez.
when you watch the test footage, it's clear he was made for this role. Honestly, just his personality is great. The cast also looks awesome. T.J. Miller is hilarious. By the way,
T.J. Miller, he was just
T.J.
having
Miller is awesome.
Yeah.
At the panel, also, he was great. So I suggest watching the panel if you like to laugh.
T.J. Miller, if you don't know, he was Fred in Big Hero 6, and he was
also
one
in
of
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Yes, I
was
believe
one of the
something
twins.
else too. I think he's known in like a TV
Transformers:
show.
Age of Extinction, and he was in Silicon Valley.
Yes, he's also in
that's right,
Silicon
yeah.
Valley, which is
So
really
he's
his
in
big
all that.
call right now.
And Silicon
Also-
Valley's really good. Yeah. Go watch
Also,
that.
none of us watch any leaked footage around here, so I guess none of us saw the Deadpool
Nope,
footage.
I didn't see that.
I didn't
didn't.
watch that, and I know
I
I
didn't
that,
watch that. Wait, are we? I'm being
But if
truthful here.
I
haven't actually watched
theoretically did watch it, I would theoretically say that it's awesome, and I would theoretically be incredibly excited.
I would theoretically say, why isn't there a trailer for this movie yet?
Yeah, I don't know. Ryan Reynolds said in like 3 weeks we get
Why?
more.
Why
so.
isn't there? Like, it's so weird to me.
3 weeks. So we'll just wait 3 weeks and we'll get our trailer.
Okay, real talk. Okay, this is gonna sound so bad, and you guys are gonna disagree with me. I'm actually a little bit more excited for Fantastic Four than the upcoming X-Men movies, just because it looks like an ambitious, interesting take on a franchise that really doesn't fit in the superhero.
No, it doesn't. That's
It doesn't?
my problem. It's
But whatever.
another freaking origin story.
That
I am done. Everyone said it everyone reached this point before me, but now I'm on that ship of I don't care.
See, that's me with the X-Men. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be a disaster. I don't know. But we really should move
I do
on.
not have a good feeling about Fantastic.
Josh Trank, I like him. Chronicle was good. I don't know. We'll have to see.
So anyway, I think that's all we're going to talk about with Fox Marvel stuff, right?
Well, but we have a little transition because of Fox.
Yeah.
So.
See, Fox also has the rights to a show that isn't Marvel. That's in fact its counterpart. It's alter ego. It's enemy. It's DC.
It's Shatner. It's Spock.
We're talking about Gotham, which is interesting. Did you guys know that Batman the Animated Series, which was way back in the day, it started on Fox. It was a weekday nights thing. It happened every single weekday night. It was that's just a weird thing. That might be why this Gotham is on there.
Yeah, maybe.
So
that is a fantastic show, by the way. Batman the Animated
it's
Series.
awesome. Go watch all that
Brilliant.
stuff.
Gotham is meh. I watched it for a while,
Gotham
but it
I've
lost
not
me.
seen. However, I wanted to mention this because I think it's so funny. So, what is his name? Cameron something? What's his
Cameron
name?
Monaghan. That's
Who
his
recently
name.
posted a picture of himself on Instagram with that classic smile that can only mean that he is the Joker. He apparently, what did you call it, Larry? Bum rushed?
Some guy was asking a question at the Gotham panel, and then he just pretty much stole the mic from the guy who was asking the question in full Joker getup. He was there, and then he was escorted out by police.
By security. I don't know if
Yeah.
security didn't get the joke or anything, but that's hilarious. I don't know if
I
he
think
did
they were
too
in
well.
on it. I really hope they were in on it. That's a great stunt.
Yeah,
it sort of reminds me. It reminds me of when Garfield, when Andrew Garfield, who was playing Spider-Man at the Sony panel, went up to ask a question in a Spider-Man outfit, and then he took off the mask to reveal it was him.
He did that? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
That's amazing.
totally. That
That's
was a big
amazing.
thing.
I want to watch that
two
footage now.
Comic-Cons ago. 2 Comic-Cons ago, that was a huge thing. So I think it's really and I actually did decide to watch after that event happened. I decided to watch Cameron Monaghan's scenes from Gotham. I watched a couple episodes of Gotham, but then I just kind of lost interest. Although I do plan on rewatching the first season just to see how it ended up going because I like Batman as lore in general.
It was a great PR stunt. After all, without that, we would not be talking about Gotham.
Guys, Cameron Monaghan. He can be a Joker. Let me tell you that much. His scenes are pretty good. So,
but that's what we want to talk about with Gotham. But really, let's be real here. Let's be honest. The people who owned Comic-Con this year, it wasn't even Star Wars. It wasn't Marvel who wasn't there. It was, without question,
DC. Yep.
And Warner Brothers, for that matter. Which, I mean, if it's going to be like this, where Marvel does its own thing while DC owns Comic-Con, I mean, that's fine. But the DC Cinematic Universe is starting to get big.
Oh, yeah.
And the first big announcement, which kind of defines why I love listening to the news of this thing, is what you called, Sean, Batfleck Begins. So the first solo Batman movie in the DC Cinematic Universe will be directed and starring Ben Affleck.
And co-written.
Yeah, which is awesome. Like, think
Yes.
about, like, Ben Affleck, huge
Excellent.
Batman fan. He gets to co-write, star, and direct a Batman movie. And
Absolutely
rumors are just
excellent.
called The Batman. So we'll see.
That'll
But,
be an adaptation of the kids' WB series.
Am I the only one
guys
that's
remember
not
that?
surprised at all?
no, I'm not surprised. It was
I
just
am
cool
not
that we
even-
finally
I
got it.
am. Wait, you guys weren't
I
surprised?
am not
was very
surprised in the slightest.
It was
After
rumored
all
for
the
a while.
crazy stuff happening inside Warner Brothers Studios in regards to the cinematic universe,
Well,
this
here's
sounds
what-
like the first big thumbs up for everything outside of Dawn of Justice.
And it's a huge thumbs up that apparently David S. Goyer is just, like, out of DC.
Oh,
right now.
God bless.
Because
God
he's not even
bless.
credited anymore in the screenplay. He's
God
based on a
bless
screenplay by
DC.
David S. Goyer for Batman vs Superman, and so he is out. He was given the role of Kevin Feige, but I think he's out now.
Oh my god.
Good.
Oh god, that would have been
Great.
terrible.
I know. It's okay. Everyone, shh. He can't hurt us anymore. hurt
Yes,
us.
brava, DC. But, I mean, I was just saying I wasn't really surprised because Ben Affleck has already established himself to be incredibly talented in
Argo
so
was a
many
great
ways.
Yeah,
movie.
let's see.
Yeah,
The
Argo
last time he
was
directed a movie,
amazing.
it did kind of well, I think. You know,
Yeah, he won. You know, he kind of won like a Best Directing Oscar. No big
Whatever.
deal.
No, he won Best Oscar. He did not win Best Director. He wasn't even nominated.
Oh, well, that
However-
was the Golden Globe. Sorry, my B.
Yeah. However, Argo still won Best Picture, and that,
And it won Best Picture.
regardless of my thoughts toward the Oscars, that says something, and that
Oh,
means, and he's good. He's really good. Have you seen
He's
Gone Girl? Let's be
really,
real.
yeah, Gone Girl. He was fantastic in that. He is perfect to be helming such a huge character. And I mean, I saw a tweet about this, and I don't know, I'm not really surprised, but I mean, the DC universe has been relying pretty heavily on just Batman. You know, like characters from Batman.
Yeah.
And I'm not really surprised, and I'm not really mad or anything about it. But I mean, if you're gonna have the big solo movie for Batman, which is following the Nolan trilogy, it's give it to Batfleck. Give it to Batfleck.
Yeah. No
Well,
more
but
stupid arguing about. No more stupid
Yeah.
like whining about this.
I use
Yeah.
that
Ben
term
Affleck is
lovingly,
great.
by the way. Batfleck was originated
Batfleck
as like
is-
this ridiculing term.
yeah.
I use it lovingly. I'm very
I
excited
have
for
no
him
problem
as
with
Batman.
I never had any doubts that Ben Affleck was going to be awesome as Batman. I don't know why people were crapping on him.
Yeah.
I really
However-
thought he was going to do great, and he looks to be doing great.
My
Yeah,
dream,
now-
my dream right now, guys. Give us a good solo Batman movie. Get Dick Grayson in there. In a few years down the road, give us a Nightwing movie because Nightwing's the best.
That could. I mean, listen. Based on how WB is conducting itself, that might actually happen.
Oh,
Honestly,
no,
for
it
all we
totally-
know.
Honestly, I would not be surprised. I say that very seriously. Like that can realistically happen.
And while we're at it, I just had a great idea. I want a David Fincher directed Amanda Waller movie.
Ooh,
I think you could totally do that.
interesting.
And speaking of,
Transition.
not that, because we have to get to the first thing that was kind of hinted at, but
yeah.
not really. Green Lantern Corps.
Well, it was announced. It was announced that because it was previously
How are you
announced
gonna
that
do that?
Green Lantern was going to happen,
Yeah.
and now it was announced that it's Green Lantern Corps. It's so if you guys don't know, Green Lantern's a superhero, just guy with ring power stuff. The Green Lantern Corps is this unbelievably massive side of the DC universe.
It's huge.
with all the colors of the rings and all the lanterns.
All the
These
colors of the
gods that
rainbow.
people are trying to overthrow that turn out to be kind of jerks, and the villain's kind of right to want to overthrow them and their cosmic powers, and it is insane. It like you guys don't. It's hard to put it. Basically, what happened was everyone's focusing on this Superman and Batman, like they're all on Earth doing their stuff, and the rest of the universe has had like this consistent comic series go on and on and on for decades, just building this massive mythos around it.
Oh, yeah.
And what's so funny is I don't think it got rebooted because New 52 happened and it got rebooted with New 52, but then the most recent reboot, it wasn't touched. That's how big it is. Like, it's out of their hands. And that's how good it is, apparently. I've heard amazing things about the Lantern universe, and it's massive, you guys. And so I hope this movie can touch into that.
Now,
Not
would you
some
do it-
boring origin story like the Green Lantern movie that utterly failed.
How do you
This is
do
gonna
an
be
origin story for the core?
Well, no,
Yeah,
you wouldn't.
it would just
Don't do an
be how
origin
a bunch.
story.
No, hold on. It would be how a bunch of like sort of secondary Green Lantern Corps characters
Right.
met up for the first time. That's
Well,
how you
the
would do
rumor is that we're going to get Chris Pine as Hal Jordan.
Which is
it.
awesome.
Oh,
And then Tyrese
No.
someone.
John Stewart, for God's sake.
And Tyrese so-and-so
Tyrese
as
Gibson.
John Stewart.
Tyrese Gibson.
Both, because this is the Green Lantern Corps. We're going to get tons of characters. So
But I thought-
apparently, it's not going to be one Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. We're going to get Jon Stewart. We're going to get Hal Jordan. We're going to get... There's a third one, I think, that was rumored.
Kyle, what is his name? I was going to say...
All I know is that there's a Blue Lantern that is literally a corgi,
comic.
so that's the best thing I've ever heard. So
I know what his name... He's a comic book designer. I know this, because he became a big deal back in the 90s. All right, anyway, so that's cool. But what I want to... I'm interested in this, guys. This next thing I'm going to talk about right now... I totally could use this for an Amanda Waller segment, because next we're going to talk about something that has really got my attention in the past 12 hours as of this recording. Yes, Suicide Squad.
Ba-ba-ba.
So, first off, you can't stop the pirates. You can't stop the pirates.
No, just post your stuff, guys.
DC,
honestly,
you just can't.
It really bugs me when they don't post stuff from Comic-Con. And I know it's supposed to be this whole exclusive thing, but it feels really exclusive, and it's not in a good way. You know what I mean?
It doesn't seem exclusive. It seems excluding.
There you go. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for that word assistance there.
Okay, yeah.
And you know
actually,
what?
no.
It's not as good because people just film all the trailers and they try to pirate them and send them online, and that's just bad PR in general.
Just post it. Unless, like Deadpool, apparently they don't have some special effects shots done. That I can understand, but this was ready to go, and they really should have just let it out to the public, and that's what they ended up having to do. So it is now out for the public. You can go watch it full quality.
Yeah. Focus less on trailer leaks and focus more on conference leaks. Make sure that there's nobody who's going to be saying, like, oh, man, this is going to be announced here, because that's the stuff that, like...
Right.
That's stuff that,
we
like,
want
is
surprises.
Sad. Yeah, we don't, just give us a trailer. So, with that in mind, guys, the Suicide Squad trailer went on today, Monday, and I think it was awesome. And it also tells me one thing. We are about to enter the dawn of the 3-minute trailer.
I don't know. I think that was just, like, Warner Brothers thing this Comic-Con.
I think that's what they're going to start doing, because because I don't want it, but a lot of fans want to see the movies, and they want to see it in more than just a trailer. Even though the movies of Suicide Squad, the trailers, I mean, the first looks of Suicide Squad and the next movie we're going to talk about, both 3 minutes long, both very, very heavy trailer design, and yet,
neither feel that long. Which is awesome.
Not at all.
I guess, yeah, they're good. They're really good. Like, they're good Legendary Pictures trailers. Those guys are so good at trailer design. But it just feels like...
the trailer agency that made those trailers
okay, fine.
Design.
But, yeah. Trailers, you know what I mean, guys.
I gotta represent, okay?
Yeah. So, Suicide Squad for me was like... When it was first announced, I was like, I don't know this at all. Have no idea what this is. I don't know why you would even, like, have this out for a genre of superhero movies that are going to be targeted at everybody, and that includes children. I don't know why you'd make a movie called Suicide Squad, because that just kind of asks for controversy. Then I saw this trailer, and I'm on board. I want this movie, not now, but in a year. I would like this movie in a year, preferably August 2nd, 2016.
August 5th, 16.
5th. Fine. Okay, so essentially what we have here is one of the weirdest takes in the genre that we've seen thus far. Like, it's...
Yeah.
First, I remember the big quote from David Ayer, the director of the movie, who's a famed action director. He said, the good versus evil stuff has been overplayed. This is bad versus evil, which I really like, because it points out that there is a difference between a bad guy and an evil guy. There is. Like, it's usually not addressed, but in this case it will be.
I'm going to say something. Watching the trailer, I'm a little worried with the direction they're going, because there were a lot of shots in that trailer where it's like, sympathize, they're misunderstood, Will Smith had a wife, Enchantress is in a grave or something, taking a bath. That was a confusing shot. Like, pity them.
Seriously.
It's like, I don't know if I want that. I loved the idea of this just completely... I don't know, like, following a group of villains. They're totally off the hook. They're not, have any, like, inner struggles of morality. No, especially Harley Quinn, who's going to be the main character. She should just be going nuts and smashing people with a hammer, okay?
Yeah,
that's Harley Quinn.
Yeah, people keep saying that Will Smith is the star. No, he is not.
No, he's never... I don't know where you're getting that, Max. No one has ever said he is. It's always been Harley. Dr. Harleen Quinzel.
Well, that's just because Will Smith has such a star power quality.
Yeah,
to him. People
like-
just
like
assume
people
he
keep-
was going to be the star.
What I'm wondering is that, like,
it's always been Harley Quinn.
yeah, first off,
Yeah,
Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn.
This is the first time we've seen somebody like an original character from the Disney DC animated universe put into film.
Yeah.
You're never gonna beat like the animated outfit. That's just like immortal. But this is good too, and I like how she approaches it. It's a very strange, like, it has that thing that Age of Ultron's first trailer did, where it's like a slow song with like,
But it worked
which is
really
good.
well.
It's
Both
good, and
worked
it's of
really
course
well.
what's the last line? The joke's on me or something like that. Like,
Yeah, no, that's a whole song. The joke, it's great, and it's a reference to the Joker, obviously.
yeah. So
It's pretty
all of this
obvious.
I loved. I
No,
loved
should we
every
let people know really quick? Like, if you don't know this, Suicide Squad is basically the government, kind of. Amanda Waller specifically. She assembles this team of criminals. Some have special abilities. Some are just like really good at this. Supervillains to go do stuff. And if they stray from the path or do something harmful, they have collars that just kill them. And they're really dangerous missions. And if they do something wrong or if it fails, they get to deny the whole thing and be like, oh, it's just them crazy supervillains. And so they're kind of forced into doing these good things because, Amanda Waller's a good guy. She's just making all these supervillains do good things. In this case, they're going after the Joker. So that's this film.
Is she a good guy though? This
Yeah.
the trailer was not giving me good vibes.
That's another reason I'm kind of worried about this movie. Don't turn this into good versus evil.
It's not. It's gonna be bad versus evil.
But this trailer is making me like, look, sympathetic villains, I'm all for. But there is a point where you're just making them good guys. Like, is Will Smith really just like the misunderstood mercenary? That's not a villain. That's just kind of a tragic anti-hero. I don't want anti-heroes. I do not want a team up of anti-heroes taking on the Joker. I want bad guys being forced to take on the Joker.
Wait, are they taking on the Joker? Okay,
Yeah.
well, we should we get to this the last part? Okay, first off, big thing, Batman is in there. He's
Yep.
in there.
We
So
knew
we're-
that, of course, but we did see footage. Batman
Yeah.
is in the film.
Hopefully,
Guys,
he's
I
not
think
a huge part because
he's not. I think that's the only scene he's in.
maybe it's either the opening or the climax.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to keep Harley Quinn's origin story intact, which is she was totally fine. She was assigned to be the psychologist for the Joker while he was at Arkham, and he made her go insane because he knows how to manipulate people. And so she fell in
that
love with
is
him
the
and
story,
joined him
yeah.
and all that. And then they separate, and of course Harley Quinn's like, oh, I'm totally going to kill Mr. J. Of course she never does because she's crazy. And so what I think they're going to do is start with that. And what we see of Batman is during that era when Harley Quinn is with Joker. And
Yeah.
they're gonna have a chase scene with Joker, Harley Quinn, and Batman, which was in the trailer, and we saw the footage leaked when it was being filmed a month ago or so. And then they're gonna be split up, and she's gonna be thrown in Bellevue, and then they're gonna say, "Hey, you gotta go kill Mr. J." By the way, that's what she calls him. If you're wondering why I keep saying Mr. J, and then of course she's not going to, because if they have her like actually attacking Joker, that's gonna really go against the character. She's
Or
gonna
it's-
totally screw over her team. It's gonna be hilarious.
So basically, Jared Leto as Joker.
Yes.
I know it was like 2 lines, but I was really impressed, and it sounded very much like Heath Ledger. Did you guys notice this?
A lot of people are kind of
Just
like,
the voice.
Oh,
Just
yeah, I
the
know.
voice.
A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, I'm just going to try to do Heath Ledger." We have 2 lines.
Yeah,
Yes, I totally get it. There's a little bit of a tone there that has a little bit of a Ledger tone. I guarantee when we see the performance, it's going to be a lot different. than Ledger.
I already think it's a lot different. I think that when I was watching Leto as Joker, I got a much more just like sardonic vibe. Like way more than I know Ledger had his moments. He's like, we're gonna have tryouts, those
Yeah.
moments like that, which were just which were just violent as heck. But this one seems way more gritty and growly and just a different
Growly, I like
kind.
that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is, and plus, I think the look is way different, and I think it gives him. And look, I know people were freaking out about the look, and I'm not a big fan of the damaged tattoo over his forehead either.
I find that hilarious.
Is that still in the movie? I forget.
I don't
Yeah,
get it.
he's
Everyone
tattooed.
was so
He's
upset
tattooed.
at that. It's like Joker would never do that. Joker would find that funny.
Yeah, I think I think it was funny.
You don't know
sort
what
of in a
Joker
bad
would
way.
do because that's what makes the Joker the Joker.
That's the thing. It is so hard for Joker to do something out of character.
I know,
'Cause he's-
but
He can run into a burning building to save orphans. Batman will be like, "Why'd you do that?" And then he'll throw them in a river. And be like, "Cause that's funnier."
anyway, Can I have a quick minute about the Suicide Squad trailer?
Yes,
just for
please
a sec?
do.
This trailer did not click with me. I don't know why.
I'm not totally on board with the trailer either.
I'm not on board. Okay, let me be frank here. The footage looks fine. I think the look is interesting. Whatever. The trailer,
also,
though,
we should realize this footage is not like color corrected and everything.
Oh
This
my
is
God,
Oh yeah,
really
it's unfinished, but
so the
it still makes the
stylization
film
should
look-
come in more so later.
absolutely unfinished, as from what I've been hearing. But the trailer itself, just the way it was put together, I was not feeling it at all. I think the beginning was interesting, and then Waller starts talking, and then we just get a bunch of random shots all thrown together of all the different people without ever establishing who's who at all. And then
That's true.
And then we sort of just get a bunch of random shots with a bunch of random things that don't really connect at all. It's sort of like how Sean was reacting to the second teaser for Star Wars, in a way. I just felt like
Things
a lot of
happening.
things are happening. And then Leto happened at the end, and of course I was happy about that, which was
I
awesome.
wanted more of the Joker laugh. We only got it a tiny bit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
barely really got a laugh, but I think Leto looks fine. I just think the trailer does not give the movie nearly enough justice. I think the thing that justice, they use that in the trailer. I think the thing that makes the Suicide Squad really interesting, and really what makes all superhero films interesting, really, is that they're character driven. That's a big aspect of every superhero movie. That's why me and Sean
movies in
love.
general.
Yeah, well, in movies in general, but
Yeah,
superhero movies
that's the core of why
specifically.
superhero movies are interesting.
Exactly,
Because characters can shoot lasers out of their eyes. So all
yeah,
your
but-
little
yeah,
character
but they can
motivations and all
also-
that,
Yeah, they
give them
but
lasers.
but they can also, have a heart and have,
Exactly.
backstories and stuff. And that's why me and Sean were such a big fan of X-Men Days of Future Past, because that whole
it all
movie
came
is
down to
character
a
driven.
decision of one character. It didn't come
Yeah.
down to a big explodey, boom, boom, bad guy. It was so
Yeah,
good.
exactly. So here's my problem: the Suicide Squad. I obviously know some of their names because of press conferences and,
Yeah.
behind the scenes stuff and news stories. But if I sat someone down in front of that trailer and I was like, this is called the Suicide Squad, talk to me about it, what would they tell you? They would tell you some government agencies bringing bad guys together
Here's
in a
the
group.
thing, Larry. Here's what
And that's
destroys
it.
your argument. This is a first look designed for Comic-Con attendees.
Yeah.
They already know who the Suicide Squad is.
You know what else
yes.
destroys the argument? Nobody knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were.
That
Nobody
wasn't
knew.
yeah, but that was a Comic-Con. That wasn't a Comic-Con thing, though.
No,
So
but
really
like
Max's
it doesn't
hits
matter.
more.
It doesn't matter if the group is known nowadays. Like you can sell it. Like
Yeah.
no one cared about the Guardians, and they became a smash hit. Now everyone knows the Guardians. Rocket Raccoon, Groot, everyone loves them.
Okay, I get that. I understand your point. Although I would like to counter with the Guardians of the Galaxy trailers pretty much gave us every character
Oh
eventually.
yeah, they listed
They listed off the characters, they gave the
it was a
descriptions.
little clumsy.
That's A. And also there are 5 members of Guardians of the Galaxy and there are 9 members of the Suicide Squad. So
Oh yeah, more.
So I get it. It would have been a lot easier to do Guardians and not Suicide Squad, but I would have just was hoping for some name drops at least through dialogue. Literally,
Yeah.
okay, Waller's name is. I don't think Waller's name's even mentioned in the
No,
trailer. It's just
not.
a bunch of characters thrown on screen with a bunch of shots thrown together, like that bath shot. What was that? I have no idea. What
No
that
idea
was,
either.
what that was even, and then Katana, I think, is shoving a sword in her stomach or something in one shot, and then Batman is there. I don't know. It's just it feels like a lot of there was no and I get Comic-Con sizzle reels are supposed to be sizzle reels. It's supposed to be, hey, look at this. Hey, look, it's awesome. But think about some of the other stuff we saw. Force Awakens, I get it. Much more time they've had a lot, but they at least had something coherent. Deadpool, I saw the footage. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I saw the leaked footage. It was coherent. There was a fully coherent trailer in that one piece of sizzle, And it looks good. Footage looks interesting.
But Larry, on the other hand, we're only 5 months away from Deadpool. We're over a year away from Suicide Squad.
I know,
Yeah.
I
don't
know,
think
and they're
Suicide
still
Squad
shooting.
hasn't wrapped yet. I think it's
Yeah,
still
they're
filming.
still shooting. They're still shooting, and I get that. And I'm not judging anything of the movie's merits at all. Really, I'm judging merely based off
Right.
of the sizzle reel that we got, and I don't know. It just didn't click. There were a few shots I liked. Joker is awesome, as he usually always is. And I like the concept. But something you mentioned, Sean, I do want to bring up before we move on about bad guys versus evil guys. There's a fine line.
Yeah.
That you can travel when you have villains that are staying villains while also doing heroic things.
Yeah, and it's kind of like you want to root for them, or at least
but at
enjoy
the same time,
seeing them
they're
be all
terrible
villainy.
people.
But you can't make them
terrible.
too likable, because then they cease to be a villain in the audience's eye.
I
You
know,
can totally have your movie be a bunch of villains. It can be done.
Yeah,
And
of course.
it probably
You don't have
will
to
be.
make
out of
them,
anything.
You don't have to make them misunderstood heroes. You can
Yeah.
keep them villain, but they can still be relatable. The audience can still be rooting for them, but they got to think of them as villains. Don't
Yeah,
cop
I know.
out and give us like, who's the real monster?
Right, which is why this movie worries me, because Waller, honestly, all the footage I saw of her, she looks cold-hearted and just terrible. Like that whole idea of the fact that if they fail, we can just blame it on them, that is totally going to be a thing. I know they're going to try pulling that in the movie, and they're going to have that. Well, at least that's what I'm worried about. Like, they're going to fail, and Waller's just going to be like, "Oh, they're evil villains. We're going to lock them up now and stuff." And I don't know. This movie worries me a lot, but I trust Ayer and I trust the cast. So
I'm excited mostly for
We'll
Joker because I think it's such an iconic character. I want to see this next.
I know Leto's
interpretation.
going to kill it. I know he's going to kill it. He looks
Yeah.
awesome.
All right,
That's the only
so,
one thing I know about this movie that's going to be great is
Yeah,
Leto.
and to answer your question from earlier, Sean, I believe this movie is going to be rated R. I
It
think
won't be.
I think it's rated. No,
They're not going to pull it off. Look. Marvel hasn't done it. The only reason that Fox is doing it is because like this movie really would not do well if it wasn't R, because the fans just wouldn't want it. This is the third movie of the DC universe. They're not going to risk an R rating.
I don't know, man.
They're
I mean,
not going. They're not. I promise you, they can't risk that.
okay, fine. Well, we'll see. Anyway, so the last thing we're going to talk about,
The grand finale.
the grand
I mean,
finale.
It's
The movie
pretty
that,
obvious. Anyone who knows about what was shown at Comic-Con, pretty obvious
yeah,
what we're saving.
sort of, I guess, won the show, I suppose. But then again, Comic-Con is a much different beast from other trade shows.
I disagree
that have
about
this.
that. I disagree about whether it won the show or not, but that's a whole other
but
thing.
Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yep.
Whew. All right. So
We got a trailer, people.
we got
a trailer.
Now, I like the first trailer. This one really not surprised me. It really impressed. I think it really impressed.
Yeah, no, I'm so down for this movie.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm someone that did not like Man of Steel at all.
No, you didn't.
So selling me on a
Never
sequel
stop at that.
isn't easy.
Yeah.
But, wow. Well done.
Yeah, I'm
well,
looking
okay.
forward to it.
I actually know why Sean might be a little bit more enthusiastic about
Oh,
this
yeah. I should bring
trailer.
that, may I bring that up so I can brag a little bit?
Please make it quick.
Oh, you predicted it?
I called it. When Batman vs Superman was announced, everyone was like, how do they explain where Batman was? I said, he was probably there. And guess what? The trailer shows, yeah, he was there in Metropolis.
Yeah, if you look around online, you'll find a GIF of actually the exact shot of Zod firing a laser, or maybe Zod, or
yeah, it was odd.
Zod firing laser cannon out of a building, and in the Dawn of Justice trailer, you can actually see Bruce Wayne looking up and seeing that exact same action beat happen.
So that actually transitions into the first thing this trailer did right. It instantly lets people know that mattered. Because that was something that Man of Steel, like, it rightfully was criticized about. There was so much destruction in that climax. It was an unparalleled amount of destruction. And just lives were, I mean, God, thousands, if not tens of thousands, had to have died and all that. And this movie acknowledges that. The end of Man of Steel didn't, so it's awesome to see the sequel step in, and, like, so the trailer opens with Superman, like, pretty much on trial. Like, well done. That's how you acknowledge that you kind of wrecked some skyscrapers.
Mm-hmm. And Zod is in there. He's dead.
Zod, that was a good surprise. Zod's body, yes.
Yeah, I didn't think they mentioned him. I didn't think they'd show him. I mean, really, he was.
I think, honestly, I think I'm totally on board with Sean about Man of Steel. Not a big fan. And a lot of violence. And I think it's a smart move to just sort of, and I think the trailer that we got before this also capitalizes on this successfully. Just the idea of, hey, buddy, yeah, you kind of destroyed Metropolis.
Yeah.
That's not okay. You know, like, I know you were trying to, like, defeat this whole evil and crap, but that's not okay. It's not okay. And that's what this movie's doing. It's saying, can we trust him with all this power? And, you know, should we be afraid of him? Should we thank him? You know, there's a lot of questions.
Yeah. here's some questions that were answered. First off, am I excited for Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor? Yes, I am. Yes.
See, that's the thing. Next year, we're getting DC's two biggest villains portrayed by very controversial casting decisions.
But then there's the classic argument that Heath Ledger was also...
Oh, yeah, totally. No, I'm the only reason I'm worried is because I think they're going to do something very different with this Luthor, and so the fanboys are going to get upset. I think I'm going to like his performance.
Yeah, even if it doesn't come off as very Lex Luthor-ish or whatever, it's Jesse Eisenberg playing a character. Jesse Eisenberg is great, so I have no problem. And his lines were actually very good in the trailer.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Biggest line in America is that devils come from below when they actually come from the sky. Which is
red capes are coming.
That was the awkward part of the trailer. That probably shouldn't have happened.
Brilliant.
Well, I mean, it was awkward, but I think it was interesting the way that I think the way he sort of Jesse Eisenberg gave that line is a little awkward, but I think it was meant to be in a sense.
And I actually really like that line. I immediately understand how he's like approaching it. Maybe it's not subtle, but it's really weird how I think the DC cinematic universe I'm predicting will have a consistent problem of trying to be subtle while being really obvious about it.
My God, Zack
Snyder problem.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. That's a Zack Snyder problem. You notice the posters in the beginning of the trailer, like illegal aliens posters. Come on, Snyder.
Superman equals illegal alien. It's like.
Yeah, seriously.
Like
come on, Snyder.
When in Man of Steel, when Superman drifts out of the ship with his arms
Jesus
out,
Christ, the Jesus Christ
imagery. Is that what we're going for, Snyder?
I'm done with Christ imagery.
I'm so done.
I know. I hate to bring this up, but like the Nostalgia Critic review, I'm a big fan of the Nostalgia Critic. In his review, there's this when that moment happens when he's in the church. There's this obnoxious voice in the background going, "I am Jesus. I am Jesus" in the background, and that's exactly what I was thinking of when I was watching Man of Steel. And here in the trailer, they also have it. When the guy's like reaching up to the sky, and there's
it was more of just like I don't know.
That is cool so silhouette. Like okay, fine, yes. Subtlety is not Zack Snyder's strong suit. However,
nope,
it doesn't have to be. This is Batman v Superman.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's see. So apparently, Robin was mentioned, or not mentioned, but
his suit was shown, and written on the suit was "Ha ha ha! Jokes on you, bats."
Oh wait, so that was Robin? Not? I thought that was in like another Batman costume.
No, there's definitely an R there. You can see the R. It was Robin. So that means Jason Todd's dead.
Whoops.
So that already happened. Or they're just going to kind of like mix around Robins. If they do bring in Robin, like Dick Grayson or I can never remember the third Robin because I don't like him.
Jason Todd?
Yep. No, Jason Todd's second.
Oh,
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake. Thank you.
Tim Drake, Thomas Blake, Tim Drake.
Honestly, they should do Damian Wayne because that would be new, but whatever.
Yeah.
They could just mix around the order, but it's always Jason Todd that gets killed by Joker.
Now,
that
here's
has
the thing.
That written on the suit.
Here's the thing, and this is a friend pointed this out to me today. Joker probably doesn't know where Batman lives. He doesn't know a lot of things about him. Like this, I mean, I don't know if how long the rivalry will have been going on in this lore.
It seems like with the Suicide Squad prequel and the Jason Todd thing, I think it's been a while.
However, my friend speculated that the first Batman solo movie will be him versus Red Hood, and that writing was intentionally made to be Joker's because it was Red Hood, who, as some of you may know, was like the original name of the Joker. That was like his criminal name, I think.
Joker was Red Hood. I don't know. I feel like because the idea behind this Batman is that he's like retired and coming back because of Superman. So I feel like if it was Red Hood versus Batman, like Joker before Joker, then Ben Affleck would have to be made to look so young. Like it would have to be at least like 20 years before all this went down. Like he would have to be pretty... Actually, how old is Ben Affleck? I might be off. It might only be
I think he's been given a lot of makeup for Batman v Superman, honestly. He looks a lot older than
Ben Affleck is like 40.
Is.
He's 40.
No. He's in upper 40s, right?
No, he's 40.
Nah, he's 40, man.
Give me a second.
I think, honestly, he looks a lot older and scruffier than he actually is in real life.
Oh my God, he's
Batman
only 42.
Superman.
Good for you, Ben Affleck.
Good for you. Yeah.
You're not old. That's good for you.
Yeah. He's ready. He can do it.
Yeah, so...
I have faith.
I wouldn't want to see a Red Hood movie, honestly. Or if they did a Red Hood movie, do the other Red Hood. Don't want to give any spoilers there, but it might have something to do with the thing they set up in this trailer.
So
Red Hood.
The other, the other theory is that, or the other theory that I just thought of is The other theory is that perhaps maybe like Joker killed Jason Todd and then delivered him back in his suit with that.
Well, yeah,
writing?
That's what happens.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't. Okay, so
that's not speculation. That's like what happens.
Oh, okay. So anyway, what else is shown? Oh yeah, Wonder Woman. She's in this movie. I don't get it. Why is DC so shy to show us Wonder Woman? We see two shots.
Here's
of her.
what's so funny. You actually no, we see more, but you tweeted that where it's like, I want a Wonder Woman centric trailer.
Yeah,
and it's like Captain America: Civil War. It's like, how come we don't have an Ant-Man centric trailer? Like,
what?
She's not a major character. This is Batman vs Superman. She's getting a movie. She will be in Justice League. This is her introduction. She will play a role, but the two main characters are Batman and Superman.
Fine. I want to hear a line from her.
Oh yeah, yes, I'm totally on board with that, and she'll get one next trailer. She has to, and she's going to be a major character. But a Wonder Woman centric trailer would just be like restrictive. Like, it's not her movie.
Or they're just talking about her. Like, she has to be a big part of this if she's in the this battle with Batman and Superman. Like, she has to.
Or there's rumors that it's another villain, maybe Doomsday, but I don't think that's true.
No.
Yeah, well,
let's
here
not
they're gonna
let's not
use.
Go there yet.
There's a shot with Lex Luthor with the kryptonite. So some people are speculating that he's going to use like Zod and the kryptonite as a way to sort of make a new villain to include in BVS.
Might as well just do that green suit.
Yeah,
whatever.
Lex Luthor needs a suit. That would be awesome.
Yeah, and people think it's Doomsday. That's what some people are speculating.
Yeah, Doomsday. I mean,
no, they should save Doomsday for like Man of Steel 2.
For like Justice
Doomsday
League.
is the guy who famously killed Superman in the 90s. Like, that's what he's known for. That's the one thing he's known for.
Yeah, because Darkseid kills Batman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Doomsday killed Superman.
Comics. You stupid comics, and your Batman gets shot back to caveman times. He kills Batman. He doesn't shoot him at caveman times. God, comics are dumb. Anyway,
let's see what else is in this trailer. We have to wrap this up soon. So what?
So I would just say that the visuals of battle that we get are awesome. Like, I love the shot where Batman it leaps against a wall and then grapples right off the wall as a
really
laser just
CG,
smashes.
but yes, it's good.
Oh, I know, but that's good. It looks so stylized, Snyder. That's how this is going to be different from the MCU. Green Lantern was trying to be the MCU, okay, and it failed. This is darker. This is way more stylized. This is way more comic booky. This is way more Sucker Punch. This is Snyder. So, or Watchmen. Sucker Punch or Watchmen. He does this stylized. I hope that kind of keeps up throughout all of the DC Universe films.
Oh yeah, like honestly, I was reading on some different opinion pieces about the trailer, and someone mentioned this. I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Marvel has the superhero movies are so fun and whimsical, and you get a little dark sometimes, but these are heroes.
That is the perfect way to sum it up. They get a little dark sometimes, but
but you know what? They're still heroes.
I mean, they're going to do Civil War. It's going to get dark, but then we're going to get the nice happy
Tony Stark quips.
For every Civil War, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
That is a great way to put it. Volume 2.
Volume 2, I'm sorry.
Who called it?
Sean called it. But I think what I read was DC has officially taken the grip on the dark, stylized superhero movie.
Somebody I'm following on Twitter called Dawn of Justice 90s Comics the movie.
Yeah, honestly. It's DC, we thought that that's what DC was going to do with their universe when we saw Man of Steel, and we were absolutely right.
And I think it's going to work for them.
Yeah, they're grabbing onto it. There's look at all the movies they've been showing throughout this entire event. They have Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and even just hearing Green Lantern Corps, we already imagine the dark images that are coming from that.
Super dark.
Yeah, space is pretty dark. I mean, you can't see much.
And so it's just it's clear. And plus, we look at Wonder Woman, and we look at all the stuff that Zack Snyder is teasing to us.
Aquaman's design has been shown, and he looks so intense.
He looks so intense.
And then all this intensity, and then they're going to give us a Phil Lord Chris Miller movie. And it's not going to be jarring.
Yeah.
A filler what?
A Phil Lord Chris Miller movie. I don't see how this is going to fit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't think
they're going to filler Chris Miller. I'm like, what does that mean? Okay, but hey, Flash, I want to see that. I want to see that. I want a cameo. I want Barry whatever his last name is, in Dawn of Justice. I mean, they're supposed to all make cameos in that movie, right?
Yeah, apparently, allegedly. I don't know.
I don't know about that, but I think it's important to just sort of sit down and just sort of, take it in. Yes, this is what they're doing. This is what they're going to be going forward with. It's the Snyder Dark Vision. But at the same time, though I'm not a huge fan of that angle, if you're going to do it, you better go all out. And I think BVS, Batman vs. Superman, totally is doing that.
Yep.
There's a lot of discussion to be had over this movie and whatnot, and I want to talk about it as we go on in the as we get closer to the release date of March 25th, 2016.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation, what's up with the Superman army? Is Batman killing people? There's a lot we could talk about, but it's not important now.
Oh, also, can I mention something really quickly? Why, for everything they're showing for Lex Luthor, why are they showing him with hair? And I know that sounds really petty.
You guys didn't say anything.
It sounds really petty for me to ask that, because I know, I should be appreciating just Jesse Eisenberg's performance in general, because it looks really good. But, I don't get it. They've said in press releases that most of the movie features the Chrome Dome, and we've seen a picture of Jesse Eisenberg bald. But just every shot, and shots that look like they take place pretty well into the film, show him with hair. Yeah. It's confusing, and his hairdo isn't really that good. So I don't know. I'm confused.
Well, my final note is that I think if Batman vs. Superman is as philosophically driven as Days of Future Past, where it's more about the characters clashing with their mindsets, because again, this is Batman, hero, versus Superman, hero. This should be ideological. I hope it's not cheapened where it's Lex Luthor tells Batman all these lies, or Superman his ego gets out of control. I hope they don't do that. I hope they just disagree, they fight it out, and then they become best friends for Justice League. If it's as ideologically driven as Days of Future Past, Man of Steel will be totally worth it, and we're going to have one of the best. It's going to be one of the best movies next year. However,
hopefully.
Snyder has not had a great track record with that. But the screenwriter is not Goyer, so I have some hope.
Yeah, it's always
What's the name
good.
of the screenwriter? Not David Goyer. All right, that's great.
Seriously, I could write it. It would turn out better than Goyer.
All right, so I believe that is enough. I'm excited for Dawn of Justice. My consensus on it has always been Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. What a time to be alive!
Yeah. It's happening. We've never seen them in the same movie live action.
It was supposed to happen many years ago, and then it was
actually supposed to be Batman Begins and Superman Returns. We're going to meet up. But then Superman Returns no one liked, and so they just kind of okay, Nolan, just make it the real world, drop all the comic book stuff, do your thing, and then Dark Knight's
really?
The Dark Knight's just real world.
Batman Begins, Superman Returns.
But couldn't you totally see those two mixing?
No.
Dark Knight, totally. No. But Batman Begins and Superman Returns, tonally closer. Much closer.
Yeah. So, let's put a cap on this.
Really quickly.
Boy.
What? No, we need to move on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm saying before we go, really quickly, do the Fantasy Movie League.
All right,
let's just put a cap on Comic-Con.
Yes.
Max, you want to do
so,
put a
that
quick cap
was Comic-Con.
on Comic-Con?
I hope you enjoyed. So, let's quickly do Fantasy Movie League.
All right, so I'm an idiot. Breaking news. Last week, I was really hoping that that Minions wouldn't have anything over 80, and it did. It had a 115 million opening. So, Sean, you may laugh at me now. Go ahead. Yes. And just as far as
ruining the day, Larry? Larry, are you ruining it? Like I foretold?
I
foretold of this ruining.
I am ruining it. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so just as far as the standings go, unfortunately, Seth couldn't play, so he's at 6th with 0 this week. Sean's dad, a wow finish, came in 5th with 93.8 million. I came in 4th with 103.1 million. Sean came in 3rd with 129 million. And then what I find very interesting, and I was considering doing the combination that Max decided. Max and Sean's mom both came in first place because they had the same combination. That's
same amount of box office.
Which I'm gonna tell you, I considered doing the combination that they did. They did Minions, Inside Out, and then 4 Age of Ultrons, and left screen 7 and 8 blank. And I was considering doing that, but I went against it, and I feel stupid now. So good job, Max.
And what's so funny is, Max, you get to meet my mom this weekend. So
yeah, that's
you have a lot to talk about, as in you agree apparently on box office rankings. So
Yeah, that's
There you
right.
go.
I'm in charge. But I was gonna swear, but I probably should.
You should.
And as far as the standings go, I'm back in third and Sean's back in second. Although
Yep.
not by that much.
No, not by
I
that
still have a
much.
chance.
And Max, you're still in first, so.
Max is still in first by a long shot, really. Good job, Max.
By a long shot.
And,
That's right, y'all.
and then Seth is in fourth, and then Sean's mom is in fifth, and then Sean's dad is in sixth.
Yeah,
So-
because they just started. So again,
Yeah,
the
they just
season
started.
counting doesn't really matter because everyone started late, so.
Exactly. But now we are going to talk about our standings for this upcoming week.
Yes.
And this is Ant-Man week,
Oh, yeah.
which is that's the big release right now. And we're just going to run through our theaters real quick. I'll start. Just head off the bat. I got one Ant-Man, obviously. I got one Minions. I got a Terminator Genesis, one Spy, and 4 San Andreas, just to fill up the rest of the screens. What about you, Sean?
Well, I just kind of like, it's so obvious I need to do Ant-Man and Minions. Like, it just, it had to be done. So I have Ant-Man, I have Minions. Then I have 6 Spies.
Oh, wow.
Because I
Lot of
can't. Because I just
Spies.
thought, you know what? I can afford it. Let's do it. So, yeah, that's what I got. It's
right.
weird, but I think it'll do okay. Again, I don't give too much thought into this. I have fun just kind of like what I'm feeling. I throw it up there and see what happens. So that's mine.
All right, what about you, Max?
I'm still kind of in the process. I'm gonna say this is tentative.
No. When it's said on the podcast, you have to be locked in.
Oh. Well, I was going to go for Ant-Man, Minions, Inside Out, and Max. That'll be it. At the same time, I really want to find a way to include Trainwreck. That's not happening. So I'm going to go with Inside Out, Max, Minions, and Ant-Man. And I'm going to be really just those 4 movies.
Wait, and then you're just going to leave the rest of the 4 blank?
Yeah, but that
yeah.
worked for him last time, so.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you left 2 blank. You didn't leave 4 blank.
Yeah, it takes $2 million off my box office, but that doesn't really matter
For
when
each
it comes.
one.
Yeah, for each one, so that'll be $8 million lost.
Good math.
But I think that'll be a worthy sacrifice.
Huh. All right. Well, hey, you know what?
With that said, I wish I could put Trainwreck on there because I'm going to see that.
Yeah, Max, do we want to see it this weekend?
Heck yeah!
Maybe? Yeah. That's the thing. So many movies are coming out this week. It's ridiculous that I want to see.
Yeah. Well,
So, you know,
anyway.
we got Ant-Man, we got
Yeah.
Trainwreck, we got
Anyway.
Mr.
Yeah,
Holmes,
that's,
the Stanford
uh,
Experiment. Oof.
all right. So that's the box
All right.
office. That's Fantasy Movie League. Please join our league if you're doing Fantasy Movie League. The password is cinemattack. Come find us. We'd love to have you. Fantasy Movie
Yeah,
League.
all right.
That's it. Max.
Okay,
go.
let's get. All right, guys, it's been almost 2-hour conversation, the longest podcast we've ever done.
Should we split it in 2 or just
No.
Okay.
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
the people deserve this. The
Okay.
people of Rule Thirds, the 3 people of Rule Thirds deserve this long podcast. You know what? We're gonna give it to them. Next week, oh yeah, baby, the Ant-Man review.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm. It's gonna be a long week waiting for that, and we'll find a way to talk about Trainwreck in there somehow. Anyway, until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Max.
My name is Sean.
And my name is Larry.
We'll see you on the other side, guys. Here's late.
And thanks for sticking with us through 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're a trooper.
Trooper. Or a stormtrooper.
Us true. Dang it, Larry!
It's for a circle. It's brought back around.
Yeah.
to Star
I was gonna
Wars.
do that. Shut up, go away.
Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da.